I don't know.
We're
Very
live
small
now,
ones.
Ivan.
But,
I just want to tell you that.
okay, that's okay. That's fine. I see your chat, so we should be good.
Oh yes. Hi, Scalpy. Let me turn up your chat too.
Oh.
Although we should have tried. Or do you think we should try knocking on each other as like a group thing? Hello, Adric. Oh my God, it's been so long, guys. How are you?
Have you done it before? Because I have no idea how to do it.
You've never. Okay, it'll be my first time, so we could try. Give me 1 second then. Do you want to try? I forget, because Kaisuke was the one who helped me with it, and I didn't remember enough for how to do it. Honest to God. So let me see. If I click and knock, you cannot join call on your own stream. All right. Can I knock on your stream? It says you're not available. Why are you unavailable?
Try some other time.
Okay. We can try it some other time. It's not working for you. Oh well.
I know.
Hi guys, welcome in. Everything's a trip because I haven't streamed. I think so. I don't actually know.
I'm such a boomer. I don't know how to use technology now.
Don't say you're a boomer. You're not a boomer.
You know, there was a lady who was like, I'm looking for like a home phone that has like 2 lines, and I'm like, what? What do you mean 2 lines? I'm like, yeah, I want a cordless phone that has 2 lines. And
what does 2 lines mean?
That's what I'm wondering, and I'm like,
like a power line and my landline.
Well, here's the thing. She said cordless phones, like home phones, right? But 2 lines, and I'm like, as in like, do you want like 2 phones? Like, we have like that, but like, you know, like you're supposed to have like a primary phone connected to like the phone line, right? And she's like, yeah, but I want it cordless and 2 lines, and I'm like, okay. I'm looking, and I'm like, I see it's like Bluetooth function, and I'm like, man, all right, how do I get BS myself out of this situation?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh no, I just told her. I'm like, yeah, I'm not very adequate in order for me to answer this. However, there is a sales associates by that counter over there.
Does your company still sell the landline telephones?
We do, but it's only one specific brand, and she was looking for like another brand, and I'm like, I have not heard that brand for years.
Is it like Uma or like what is it called? Jack? Whatever.
No, it's something else. I forgot.
I don't know. I don't use landline.
No one ever uses landlines. I think they're just
some old people still use landline. That's true. Restaurants still use landlines. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but other than that, I think that's it. But like 2 lines cordless, I'm like, I don't think that's possible unless you have like a primary phone, because you're supposed to have like a primary. Oh my God, I can't believe we're doing this. But whatever. You're supposed to have a primary phone, right? That is hooked up to your landline, right? To your phone line, right?
I remember
that's how it's supposed to spread out the connections, so the others cordless you can pick it up.
You know, my memory is not very good for cordless phones and landline phones, to be honest with you. Not that long ago, you needed a landline to request internet at home. Was that really the case? I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't remember. 2 lines just lets you run 2 calls at the same time. Is that really the case? Okay, interesting.
I honestly forgot, dude. It's been such a long time. Because I remember just setting up like the phones for my house, and then for my grandmother, and then that's basically it. Because like no one knew how to set it up, and I'm like, this is how you do it, right? And now it's been so many years. Like, what is it? Like more than 10 years, and I'm like, lady, what do you want a phone line for? First of all, I'm like,
I think we gave up landlines in our home like 10 years ago, Ivan, or more. I don't know. It was a long time.
I gave up of like having a home phone like the same year that I gave up.
Oh, thank you for the
paintball.
follow, Oni-chan.
That's basically it.
What an interesting name. Oni-chan! Hello, welcome in. Should we get started on the Gura topic?
Yeah.
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 So, okay. I don't know if everyone else in chat has seen Gura's graduation stream, but I was bawling my eyes out last night. I felt the pain in her voice when we saw the video as it was going up. That was a crazy ass stream, by the way. That was absolutely nuts. What did you think, Ivan? Did you see it live? Did you catch it live?
I saw it live. Yeah, I was waiting for it. I think I was doing something.
It was so short. It was really quick stream.
It was short. There was no model or anything. It was just like the I guess the drawing that she requested on her Twitter or when she reposted. Just
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then probably 2 minutes, and that's basically it.
I was so sad. It took a while for her to start. I think she must have been like too sad. Like it was really hard to even like begin to talk about it. It's supposed to be Oni-chan. Oh, like a devil. Like an ogre Oni-chan. O2 is, oh, that's so smart. That makes sense. O2 and O and Ni being number 2. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, do you want me to call you just Oni? Oh, welcome in, Dark Skill. Oni 2.
Like oxygen?
Oh, I mean, it could stand if the subscript was 2, then it would be oxygen. But because it's not subscript 2, it's just 2, the normal 2. So then one would assume it's just the number, the numerical value, rather than oxygen. Hi. I hope you guys have all seen the Gargara graduation video from yesterday. I know that was blowing up all over Twitter. Even Ludwig talked about it, and I'm so happy that he did. But I don't think his chat was really all about it, which made me really depressed. I didn't think like VTubing was still widely not like accepted in a lot of the streaming sphere. Did you ever realize that?
You know what I like to compare it to? Because it is kind of true, but I would like to compare VTubing. It's kind of like early days YouTube. Well, not early days YouTube, but like established YouTube, where being a YouTuber was like the thing. But if you talked about it to like a random normie person or random person, right? They're like, yeah, I don't know who that is. Right? They're like, oh, we think more of like the actors and all those stuff in Hollywood, right? But now it's kind of like flip, where like, oh, we know these YouTubers and all this stuff, but we barely know any of the actors. I feel like that's how VTubing is. It's like it's established and it's there, but it's not like quite level of like Ludwig or like a famous YouTuber or whatever.
Really, that's so interesting. I still feel like for some reason in my head, maybe I'm like the wacko weirdo, but I always felt like VTubing was like larger than a lot of like the Twitch stream. Like it's so big. It's such a big category. It makes it very surprising, but that makes sense. I'm just someone who is chronically online. Let's just put it that way. Oh, you discovered me on YouTube last night and you see, oh, like a fun person. Oh, thank you so much, Oni. I really appreciate it. The Gura stuff definitely does sting. I'm surprised that even on like for as popular as like Gura is, because she to me is like a myth. She is like a pillar of the VTubing community, and she represents a lot over the past 5 years. So yeah, it is very interesting to realize that it's still kind of a smaller corner of the internet than I first realized. Like, do you think, like, if you ask the average, like, teenager, do you think they know what VTubing is, Ivan?
Average teenager? Probably. I think they're probably more associated with, like, YouTubers, per se. Just because, like, man, you gotta really think about, like, the big streamers as well, and, like, the content creators that are, like... Because it really depends. That's the thing. I'm like, I feel like they might know, but they might not know. I just can't go to my random cousin who's like, oh hey, you're a teenager. Do you know so and so?
Do you think your
Right?
coworkers know about VTubing? Have you ever asked them?
Probably. Here's the thing: since it's a new job, I haven't gotten
To close to
them.
people. Oh, right.
Right.
Right. Makes sense.
In my old job, I'm pretty sure they probably know. Like
Hi, Zoe.
Mostly like the weebs, which have like majority of us were weebs, but
Yes, I
feel like a
assume. Apparently, for Dark Skull, Amy and me, we were the first VTubers that Dark Skull saw, which is very interesting. I'm surprised by that.
You know what I think it is also? It's also like the area where we live. I think VTubing is more known probably in the East compared to the West.
Yes, that's so true. Yeah, that's true. It just, to me, it's like, because VTubing, it's a style. It's I hate to call it like a genre. It's more like a style or method of delivery, right? We just chose, but it has its own culture surrounding like VTubing. So I kind of understand why it can seem kind of weird, I guess. But I don't know. I think it's just a medium. Oh, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub rate. Oh, 6 months. What a streak, dude. Thank you. Would you say, like, I don't know, I wish, because a lot of, at least like from I see, like I consider VTubing just another way of like showcasing information, because I see my mom doesn't even know what VTubing is, but she'll watch Thai VTubers talk about Thai news and she just treats it like a normal video, which is very interesting to me. She's not even like cognizant of the fact that she's watching a VTuber actually. Do your parents know about VTubing?
No, they don't know anything.
They don't know anything. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I remember the few content creators doing VTubing stuff before it was even a word. Really? They had to use pirated software. You also had to know Blender to rig your own stuff. It's wild. I know. VTubing has grown a lot in 5 years. A lot. A shit ton. And like also some technology has gone defunct as well. Like I think Leap Motion was sold. So I don't know what to do about my Leap Motion anymore. I haven't really used it because the webcam I'm using, they use like the AI motion detector to determine like your hand motion, so I can like wave and say hi. Because it's capturing it's using computer vision to like see what I'm doing. So I don't need a Leap Motion anymore. Do you consume any VTubers who you don't think are traditionally like you would consider VTubing? Like they do other stuff, like news or things like that.
Oh man, I don't really think so. I mostly see like the clips. I think for me when I first discovered VTubing, man, I don't know what year it was, but it was definitely like maybe around 20.
Was it 2020 or 2019?
No, 2019-ish. I know it was before COVID. I remember that for sure. It was before COVID. Because I was already watching like clips in VTubers and stuff like that. But it was I think it was Fubuki. I think that was
you found that's a throwback. Fubuki.
Yeah, just singing Scat Man. That to me, I just
that's crazy.
And then from there, it was Nyanners and then Iron Mouse.
Oh, wow. So that was your VTubing pipeline.
Yeah. But
so
mostly it was Iron Mouse. Yeah, it was Fubuki first that introduced me. Then it was Nyanners. Then it was Iron Mouse. But I saw more Iron Mouse.
Thank you for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate 2 months. That's crazy. Thank you. So your pipeline is very interesting. So you basically gone from corpo to indie, and then down through the indie route. Interesting.
Yeah,
I think, you know what's so funny? I think I found out about indies first. First Iron Mouse. because Iron Mouse was like blowing up, and like I first saw her probably late 2019, early 2020, that sort of thing. And so that's when I first heard of VTubing, and I really loved Iron Mouse, and she's still my Kami Oshi till today. So that started like that pipeline for me through the Twitch, because I wasn't very familiar with Twitch. Were you familiar with Twitch before VTubing? I wasn't very familiar with Twitch before VTubing, quite honestly.
So yes, I was aware, but the only reason why I didn't stuck with Twitch a lot is because I was more into the YouTube space, and believe it or not, I started streaming on YouTube, and then that was like, man, what year was this? Now I gotta actually think about math.
Say less. It's been half a decade.
2017, give or take. 2017 is when I first started streaming on YouTube, because I thought it was easier to stream on YouTube compared to Twitch, and I don't know, for some odd reason I just didn't want it to. Maybe because I was like, no, YouTube has to be the only platform to do this, right? And I got busy with school, so I couldn't keep up with it. But I did see a little bit of growth, but I don't know why I just didn't went back to YouTube. I guess because I'm like, you know what? YouTube, it's video stuff. Like I'm editing a video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Twitch is more of like I'm streaming. So like I'm like, okay, if I really wanted to be like be a streamer, then it has to be on Twitch.
Wow, so you decided I'm gonna stream, but on Twitch, even knowing that the corpo VTubers do go live on YouTube. That's interesting. Did you think the barrier to entry was like lower to stream on Twitch compared to YouTube? Was YouTube more daunting? Or was it the UI? I do feel like the Twitch UI is a lot better.
Yeah, no, I think the UI for Twitch was easier to understand than YouTube, because I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Let's see. Let's look at the comments for a quick second, Ivan. So VTubing allows people to portray themselves in a different way. Yes, it really does. That is so true. And that is one of the attractive features about VTubing. Oh, my first was Iron Mouse. You too, huh, Adric? Korone senpai, and Numi. I love Numi. She's also my Hoshi. I went to her concert. My first was Hoshomarin. Hoshomarin is like really catching up to Gura. I think she might be number one after, once, everything with Gura, maybe in a little bit. But I think Hoshomarin will catch up very soon. I love her. She's very, very cute. The kids don't remember anymore. Twitch. Justin TV.
Yeah, it was Justin TV.
Yes.
Where you get to see all the fights and all the soccer matches for free.
I still remember like watching. I never watched Justin TV when it was Justin TV, but I saw a lot of documentaries about Justin TV. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I was there. I was there for some boxing fights that were very expensive back in the day, where we call it pay-per-view.
Let me bonk this. Did somebody bonked for me? I saw a robot in chat, but whoever bonked it, thank you if you bonked it. Let's see. It seems a lot of HoloLive people are quitting. I do think we're going to start seeing more and more graduations this year for HoloLive.
We'll talk about that, because I have a lot of stuff about HoloLive as well.
Yes.
Positive and negative, for sure.
Oh yes, I'm sure. Should we watch the Callie addresses Gura video?
Go ahead.
Yes, and then we will continue. Let me just turn it on for you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, I haven't seen this video. I know that Ivan has seen it, and I'm very curious to hear what Callie has to say.
I woke up this morning and I didn't know that it was gonna be today. It's been a really weird morning. I've already kind of gotten all of my tears out of the way, probably for a very good reason. Nobody knew that announcement was going to be made today. For people that are out of the loop, which I doubt you're out of the loop. My gen mate, Gargura, has announced that she is going to be graduating from HoloLive.
It
on
stings
May
so
1st.
bad.
When I say that nobody knew, I don't mean that we didn't know. Like Gura said herself, this was a long time coming and something that I was aware of for a long time. What I didn't know was that it was going to be today, and probably for very good reason. I spent a lot of time thinking about how I was going to address it and talk about it, but I kind of kept putting it off for like the past like little while. I was thinking to my like couple months or so, I was thinking I'll think about how to address this and what I'm going to say to the fans. But I woke up this morning and didn't know it was going to be today. Now
Wow,
I'm
that's
kind of
very surprising.
wondering, I guess, because I don't know what to say or how to address it. I know that it's not like really my responsibility to make a big statement, but it kind of is, because this is my gen mate. Even just by the sheer number of people that are here right now, people are expecting me to make a statement of some kind, and I just have a lot of unsorted feelings and emotions.
Oh no,
it's very tough to
Kelly.
get through right now. We've had a really long time to prepare for this. I feel worse for you guys, of course, who are experiencing this, because, you know, at the end of the day, like, I can talk to Gura when I want to, but it's harder for the fans that are, you know, having to say goodbye. I just got really into my thoughts about the past this morning. While I was attempting to eat breakfast, I thought about a lot of stuff. I was worried about
Kelly.
how I am going to face the public with like my perspective, because my perspective doesn't much matter in my opinion, but there are a lot of people here, so I'm guessing that there are people that care about how I feel about this. My perspective is one thing, but the talent that is leaving, that is graduating, their perspective is number one.
True, so true.
You know, why, etc. And these are questions that I can't answer. Whenever a talent says something like disagreements with management and direction with the company and stuff like that, those aren't worries that I can assuage, because I am a person that likes the way that things are, which doesn't make my opinion any better or worse.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Everybody has their own way that they want to go, and for people whose Oshis are leaving, it's devastating that they are unhappy here and want to leave. So no matter how much I say things like, I'm happy guys, don't worry, that's not gonna make the various fans of people that are leaving feel any better. So there's really not much that I can say in that regard. What I will say is that it's never one thing. I can say that with confidence. Every single person has different experiences with the company, with Hello in general, and none of the, maybe some reasons are the same. I know that I don't know, but in general, it's never one thing, is that I have heard and what I understand. Disagreements with management it's a bit of a catch-all that kind of encompasses all reasons that someone may not want to stay anymore. But what those reasons are, I don't know. And just because I'm happy doesn't mean that others are too. We gotta come to terms with that.
Yeah.
Instead of talking about the logistics of all of it, which I don't think I can speak on, to be completely honest, because I'm very happy. I'm sad that my friend doesn't want to be here anymore, but I respect her decision. If it is time for her to go, I know that things won't ever return to the way that they were at the beginning. It was a very different time. Almost 5 years.
Oh my god.
It's so crazy to think about. All
Yeah.
the myth in the beginning. None of us knew
She's
each
so
other
tiny.
or spoken to each other. I didn't know Gura, but I knew that before we debuted, and the little amount of time that we had gotten to spend together, that she's really, really funny. And I loved talking to her off stream. She's just always knew what to say. It's just a genuinely hilarious person. I hate these kinds of talks because it sounds like I'm talking about a dead person. I think no matter what Gura chooses to do in the future, I think more than just sitting here wishing for her success or anything like that, as a person that knows Gura and has spoken to her personally as a friend, I think my only wish is for her to find happiness in whatever she does. I don't know what her future is gonna look like, but that's not really what I care about. I just want her to be happy and live in peace and just live a peaceful life. It's okay to cry. I'm not gonna cry on stream.
Oh
I'm not
no.
crying. You are. Well, actually, that's
Internally
some of you are
crying.
Okay, sorry. All of you will wish Gura well, and I don't even need to ask. I'm sure the majority of people in this scene will be wishing her well, and if you aren't, that's silly. There are a lot of times where I kind of wish that I could have been a better friend. I don't know what I could have done in the past, but it's just It's a really complicated time right now. I think that things will be pretty peaceful from here. That doesn't change the fact that this is, I don't know why things
wonder.
are the way they are right now with graduation. I feel like, I don't know, maybe they want to rip the band-aid off or something like that. I think things will calm down, but there's always going to be a big hole that will never be filled in by anyone or anything. It's supposed to be a great year where it was hyping it up. Yay, all these wonderful things are happening, but at what cost? That everybody's, I can't say everybody. There are people that want to go, and I think that it's good that they're able to leave in some way, because there are some places that will hold on tooth and nail to their talents. I'm glad that yours able to move on and do something that, I don't know.
I'm very
maybe
curious
more for
about
her,
that
maybe she'll
aspect.
rest. I don't know. I actually really can't follow these questions. Who's next? Who's next? I don't know. It's not an answer that I can give you. But I know there's a lot of people that are really worried right now. There's a lot of discontent everywhere. I know I don't know how to address it. Don't ask me things like who's next. I'm not going to be able to answer. It's also not very nice to a lot of the girls that are still here that want to make their dreams come true. It's gonna be tough. I think for you guys, it's gonna be hard for us as well. Looking around, there's a lot of discontent, and I think that people that are sad that their Oshi is left are completely valid and venting their feelings and their sadness. What I do want to say right now, and I don't know if this is a hot take or something that is gonna make people angry. If that's the case, I can handle it, being who I am, so I'm going to be the one to say it. This is something that has already been said in the JP sphere, so I'm going to say this to you guys right now. Be very cautious of people that are going to try and stir the pot in various ways. There's a big difference between people that are angry and upset that their Oshi has left and are expressing their frustration and venting, and people that are purposefully stirring the pot, pretending to be Hololive fans. You can spot them pretty easily. They tend to use the same rhetoric. Holo is over, Holo is dead, etc. Blah, blah, blah. They will say the same things. You can pretty easily spot them by going to their accounts, looking at their post history, etc. It will be very easy to find them and point them out. How you choose to deal with them is not my problem. It's not my problem. It's not my responsibility how you fight your internet battles. You may choose to ignore, you may choose to respond and point out what they're doing. It's not up to me. But what I want to tell you is to look out for those people and recognize them and spot them when they come around. There will be a lot of them after this. I mean, a lot. Maybe more than in the past. I don't know if this is something that will get me shit. That's fine. I'm used to it, so I'm going to be the one to say it. I prefer to ignore. I like that. the most.
Same.
That's going to happen. So just best thing that you guys can do is be there for all the chumbuds that are probably extremely sad right now. Definitely. I know I said probably. They're definitely extremely sad. Be there for them. Wish them well, and be as kind to each other as possible. Right now, the Holo fan base is so wonderful. And as for where the future leads for us, it's kind of hard for me to talk about us right now because nothing will change the fact that someone very dear to me and to Myth is going to be leaving us. Myth will always be 5. I don't know what the future is going to bring. Whatever future is waiting for us, I hope we can all walk towards it together. Almost 5 years is a really long time to be in something like this. I'm really blessed that things got better for me here, which is, can you see the correlation? Now Mori doesn't want to leave, even though she wanted to in the beginning.
Oh, wow.
Maybe they are. I always feel kind of sad that sometimes I feel like, I wish we could make a way where everybody wants to stay. The first 2 years, I really did want to leave. I was at my breaking point for sure when we were coming up.
Wow,
on the
that's
second
very
year.
vulnerable.
All kinds of just terrible stuff was happening. And then things turned around for me. I hate that so much, that not everybody can be happy where we are. I wish I could fix it. I wish I could. This doesn't offer any, I guess, sanctuary to those whose Oshis have left or are leaving. I can only speak for the deadbeats that are here that are maybe worried. The deadbeats aren't worried, though. I don't think I'll leave at all. I think that if I left, I'd join staff or I'd ask to be a producer or put in some kind of position like that, because I don't know what my life would look like if I hadn't joined cover personally.
Wow.
But I can only offer that kind of comfort to the deadbeats. So it's just, I'm gonna really miss Gura. I miss Ame. So, Myth will always be 5, even though there are only gonna be 3 of us for the next anniversary. Nothing will change everything that we did together. Almost 5 years now. Ever. That was the craziest year of my life. By far. and I've changed as a person because I've known Gura. I remember distinctly that she really made me laugh a lot in a time in my life where I wasn't laughing at all. And even though time changes things and maybe we don't talk as much as we used to, I still wish her the best. And I just want her to be happy. That's all I want. I feel like part of it's my fault. I've gotten so busy. I can barely talk to people that I used to talk to so much back in the day. I really should make an effort to do that more. So let's make the most of the time that we have together with Gura and make sure that she has the best farewell ever. But again, like I said, you guys don't need me to tell you that. Gura is wonderful and has a group of people a huge group of people that are pushing for her. Everybody in Holo is all pushing for her to be happy. And yeah. So I don't want to drag this on for too long. If you guys still have somebody that you're pushing for in Holo EN, I hope that you'll continue supporting them throughout everything. If you don't have any Oshis left, no, you don't feel like watching anymore. I will always say that. If you don't have anybody you want to push for and support, there is no harm in parting ways. I think that's just how life goes sometimes. But if you do still have a girl here who you want to push forward, I hope that you'll continue supporting her and let her know, how much you want her to succeed. I hope that you'll do that.
Wow. Okay. That got me choked up.
You know what's so different about this is that seeing this made me sad compared to the Gora one where she announced her debut. I feel like this one was more of like, yeah, like from like a coworker and a friend, right? It's like, man, like the way she explained herself, like I wish I could have done more for just to keep her like be happy in the same, like just to work together. I'm like, man, I feel that. But also, I'm like, it's also like the person's decision as well.
God, it got me choked up. But it is their decision at the end, right? I watching Callie get choked up got me so choked up. I knew she was trying to keep it together as well, to like give an answer to everyone. Let's see. If I missed any comments, I'm very sorry. I'm just getting to them now. It's like really wrapped up in the Callie video. I hate that Twitch has become with how it treats VTubers, but YouTube is too rule heavy. I guess you have to pick your battles. You know who I think made the culture rule heavy? I really think it is Japanese idol culture for VTubing.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Western. Right?
Yeah, I feel the same thing. Yeah.
It's not that Twitch is some lawless place. I just think because like Cover has such and Niji both have such a hold on VTubing for the vast majority of the YouTubing space when it comes to VTubing who's live there. They're the ones who like dictate the culture around it, and that like pervades itself in every inch and corner of YouTube compared to like the indie space. Doesn't have nearly as much of a foothold, although I think that's changing now, actually, more recently as opposed to before. Most people who enjoy Hollow enjoy the gaming stuff, yet the company just wants more idle things. That's true. They want more than just gaming mileage, for sure. It's a whole, it is definitely building like a whole entertainment aspect to it. Kind of like how K-pop also has their own version of like VTubing, kind of, with a Plav, another K-pop idol group. I'm not very familiar with them, but they use like a 3D model to represent themselves as well. And you're heading down, Oni-chan? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Let's see. During Coco's graduation, I got emotional, but moreover how other Hololive girls reacted versus the graduation itself. Oh, it was so painful. I like V Shoujo, less pretty and say so VTubers feels like Hololive before dolls. Dude, that's how I feel about V Shoujo as well. It definitely has a more grown-up woman aspect to it, considering all the talents there. I mean, about this video, what was it that you wanted to mention mostly when it comes to Callie's response to it all?
There were some few things, mostly about how like one of them it wasn't a big like one thing wasn't like the sole purpose of it. It was like multiple factors, and
Mhm.
then that will let on, and like the whole like it's the directions of like management, right? And I'm like, you know what? That's very. At least I can somewhat see it. It looks like from Gora's like stream, it was just that she didn't really say too much of it. But heck, maybe she's like she can't say too much because it's still under contract. But I feel like it is probably creative differences, and probably she wanted to do some other stuff, and then maybe just her life just said nope.
I definitely think too many rejections can hurt so much. It's
Yeah.
so painful.
And then
Ugh.
the other point, like, and then when she's like, if she ever like, she says that she wouldn't go anywhere, and she rather probably, if she is done with VTubing, then she'll probably have like
Rejections
a
can
staff
hurt
job.
so much.
Which, like I said, that I found it very interesting as well, because like it shows like the company. Yeah, it is. It is bad, right? I feel like it is bad, but that's like every other corporate company ish, right? But it's to show like you cannot bash it like just you know the company individually. There's always like two parties involved with it, right? Like maybe Goro wanted to do something else and the company just doesn't want her to do that, and she's like, well, I can't be doing this. I don't feel happy, right? And I'd rather just go somewhere else. And I'm like, you know what? At least that situation is better than compared to like the Doki Bird situation.
Yeah.
Where I feel like, that is something I feel like, yeah, I'm more upset than angry because of all these factors that was going on to it, right? Like if Goro could have stayed longer and just toughened it out, I feel like we could have gotten another Doki situation.
I think so too. I don't want to what do you call what's the word? It's count their chickens before they hatch, but I definitely agree. I think like you can be pushed so far that it might end up doing irreparable harm, to the talent themselves. Yeah, and I don't want to accuse Cover or anything of that possibility, and it seems like for the most part it's creative differences, but yeah, no, pressure anxiety in such a in this cooking pot, like a pressure pot environment, with the way that they work themselves to the bone at many of these corpos. I'm not surprised. I'm waiting for the day, actually, which is that kind of sad to say, that once like the NDAs are over or something like that, we might get more people talking about their mental health during their time at these corporations.
For sure, they're probably gonna either say that.
Hi, Red Spirit. Hi. Oh boy. It stings, but I'm excited. I think she needs a long break. I think Gura needs a break, a longer break, after she finishes everything.
Like I said before, I feel like maybe people were speculating about the graduation long before. I wasn't aware about it too much until like people were like, oh, until the stream. And to me, I'm not feeling sad for her. I feel like much more happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I'm not into the VTuber space as much, or like I don't see too much. But I also kind of relate it to wrestling as well, because there was a wrestler, right, by the name of Cody Rhodes. Obviously, if people are into wrestling, he's the current champion. But many years ago, probably 10, 8, I don't know how long ago, he had a decision to either leave the WWE or stay.
Hmm.
And he had to leave because of the creative differences the company was forcing him to do. And he just had to leave. He had to leave the company. He had to go back from like the indies because wrestling has its own indies, and he had to work himself up, right, just to do all this accomplishments, all so he can be like, hey, look, listen, I don't need the company to be famous,
Hmm.
right? Just like the reason why John Cena is well known is because he came from WWE. He didn't go anywhere. He was stuck in that one area compared to this guy who had to get away with it. And he had his dad. His dad was also working in the same company, so he had like a connection, but he needed to go away from that to rebuild himself so he can have that confidence that he could do it on his own. And sure, his pay was gonna drop, but he needed to find and establish himself. Which I feel like what Gura could do it as well, right? It's not like you know, yeah, creative differences is always gonna be a bother, but I also feel like that's also a shackle to a person as well. And you just had to take that plunge of like, okay, I just have to go take my own direction, which
You
is
know,
also always sad.
it is very sad. And over time, you get, when people are new to an industry, you don't, because you frame yourself as someone new and you lack the experience or knowledge, you tend to follow or trust seemingly the people who know more than you. And also it offers structure, and sometimes the most creative things come from having like constraints, which is also very interesting. But I definitely agree, as you like quote unquote stabilize and you start developing a voice, a personality, confidence in the strength of yourself, what you deliver, the quality of the product that you deliver, it can feel for sure stifling being in a corporate environment. I think that's why, the life cycle of a VTuber, I don't know what the life cycle of a VTuber is, but it does feel oftentimes when I look online, it feels like a washing machine. And many people seem to leave very, very quickly. And I wonder if that is the nature of content creation in general. Because more often than not, I'm trying to think of all my favorite YouTubers from the past who still create. I actually think a lot of them still create, but I think it is different because majority of them are working for themselves. Most of YouTubing is like self-employment and they run their own companies. So for them, they run the creative direction. So maybe it's just completely different, or not. It's not really comparing apples to apples, but apples to oranges instead.
If you think about it, like I said before, I think like YouTube back then was much different because in order to make money, you had to be in some kind of like what's it called? What was it called? What was it called? Like a company. I forgot what was it called and something. I forgot. But you needed to be in a company in order to be like to have all this production. For example, Smosh, when they had to sell their
Oh my
company to
god.
Defy,
Yes.
right? Or
Yes.
whatever it was called back then, and then it became Defy. But that was the only way to get all this huge productions compared to just Ian and Anthony just doing on their own.
Yeah. It
And
loses
then when
something.
right, and then it for me, I felt like Smosh when it became more corporate, it
Mhm.
felt like it lost its touch because I have from like 2012
Mhm.
all the way to like 2017 whenever Anthony left, right? I felt like that period of Smosh, I've never watched any of their videos because I'm like, this to me isn't Smosh anymore. And then when the and then when Defy went bankrupt, when all those channels that was under Define's umbrella just got axed, and then you know like Mythical came to save Smosh at like the last second, right? but then now that they already like bought it back, and now it's its own thing. It kind of feels like, you know what, like, yeah, you gotta have to be like maybe in some kind of like company, and then later on just break it, just so like, hey, look, I've already established myself. We can run this on our own, because
Mhm.
if you're staying too long, I feel like you just kind of lose like a little bit of that identity. But that's just me. That's the way I see it. Like, like, don't get me wrong, it's still good to join a company and stuff like that. But like, I think overall, like, to me, once you're already established, it's more of like, hey, I kind of want to do other things,
You
and then just
know,
like,
what's cute about VTubers who are new for me?
what's up?
When you can tell when a VTuber is new in a way versus a VTuber who is more experienced in VTubing, and they're kind of like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. There's like is it bad to say, like almost like a people-pleasing aspect to it? I think that's something like, it's very very new, like a fawn that was just born out of a mother deer and trying to walk its legs, getting used to whatever streaming, whatever storytelling, whatever like stuff that involves like being entertaining, being creative, being educational is involved. It takes some time to get used to. And I've seen the evolution of some of my favorite VTubers from when they started out fresher to now. And there's definitely both. They're so much more experienced and they seem more confident now. And they seem to be very more attuned to the world that they've built, whether they have the personality or whoever the character that they represent while they're on stream. They seem to have that much more in the bag. And yet, I don't know, there's a lack of is it refreshing? I don't know. They seem more seasoned, which is like, it's a different vibe altogether. And I like both. I really like both. I like them both seasoned, and I like them like brand new. Like, I don't know how to explain it. There's something about it to them.
No, it's valid, honestly, because it's like discovering new music. I kind of, if that's the best way for me to describe it, I'm like, oh, hey, I discovered this new song from this band that I
yes,
right?
yes.
And then you realize, oh man, it's kind of like different and new, but I could tell that they're like, they're not there, but it's kind of catchy. And then you just go to back All Reliable, where you're like, oh, this still bops even to this day.
Yes.
Like, I get it.
Also, welcome in, Sapir. I'm reading everyone's chat. I definitely want to get around to the comments. I just wanted to yap a little bit with Ivan about all of things VTubing and content creation. But let's take a quick look at chat for a second, right? Okay, Ivan? Yep. Content creation is a harsh world. 60 songs and nothing should. That's not true, Rain. That's not true. I am a fan of your music. Every type of market now is oversaturated. I don't think so. Do you think the market nowadays is oversaturated, Ivan? I don't. Do you find niches oversaturated?
I don't really. Man, it's tough because it really depends. But I'm more of like, nah, really. I really think so.
I don't think so either. I think you can find there's always room for creativity because every person is so different and they have their own flavor, I guess. It never works out if you try to copy someone else because they're their own flavor. So you have to develop your own like flavor of content, and then you'll find people who will love you for your flavor. So I don't know. I don't think it's super oversaturated. I think what most people have, actually, it's a marketing issue, and I hate that word. I hate having to truly I don't like marketing myself, and But I know, like, in order to grow, like, one has to market themselves a little bit more. You can't
Yep.
you can't find audience if you don't at least do a little bit of marketing, and that is so tough because it feels so weird to try and like shill yourself to the public eye. That's so weird to me. Even now, it's very hard. It's a hard thing to stomach, but it's not so much that I think. It's definitely a marketing issue rather than like the human issue itself. Like it's not really a problem with you and that you have nothing to show for it. It's really like trying to brand yourself in a way that can be seen by more eyes. But unless if you don't like want to, go towards that direction, I think it's totally satisfying to just do things however you want to do as well. Because it really do be like that sometimes. Sometimes like whatever, I'm just gonna do it regardless of who sees it. Honestly. It's an interesting topic you guys are talking about, but I just woke up and I can't think. Oh, no worries, Super. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Too many people are trying to do it. I have opinions on that one. Do you have opinions on like? I think there's always a need for new music, and like even if the same things get rehashed over and over, I think new minds come and go. Like just like they retire, they take a break, their heyday, they don't feel as creative anymore. It takes some time. They don't want to release as many things. There's always room. I think that's the thing. I do think there's always room, at least creatively. I don't know about other things, but I think there's always room for creatives. New creatives too, actually. Do you feel the same, Ivan? Do you think there's always new room for creatives?
Yeah, I just discovered an ASM artist who is very harsh, and I'm like, whoa.
Whoa, wait, who? Shout him out.
I think, hold on. Which is funny. The username is like so such a throwback, and I don't think they mean it to be such a throwback. Hold on. Let me see.
Is it like a nostalgic ASMR? But you said they're kind of harsh.
Yeah,
harsh in what?
And like their style
is harsh.
Because like ASMR is supposed to be kind of like like relaxing and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Chico's kind of like a notch, not like a kind of like a notch of being a little bit harsh, while adding her like kind of personality, which is like kind of rough. And I'm like, whoa, okay. I mean, I've seen it before, but something about her is just different. And also, it's so different that she like even you said market herself because she does not have like ASMR in her channel. Her channel is literally called Emma's MySpace.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll send you the link right now.
The only thing I could market myself is silly. I really have a hard time talking about myself. But that's awesome if you can market yourself as silly. People love silly. And you are a very silly man. Very, very silly man. Even in the current topic ASM artists, I know 50 of them better than the most popular artists, but they get no attention because there is a ton of them. I mean, it is very fair to say that to get to the heights of, to the top, it is luck. There is some definitely luck to it, 100%. And then obviously hard work and perseverance and endurance and lots of other things. But yeah, definitely there is a luck factor to it. Sometimes you just hit the market with the thing that you're very interested in and it solves the most problems for various people. And you might have never known without sharing your content, right? That's the tough part.
But also, like, success could be different forms of, like, from different perspectives as well. Because, like...
So true.
Right? Because, like, I could say Nico B, he's, like, a successful YouTuber. But to you guys, you're like, who the hell is that guy? And I told you, well, he's a Let's Player. Right? Then they're like, well... Yeah, he's not he's not like, successful compared to like another Let's Player like Chaka Conroy or something like that. Right? So then it's like, well, to be that guy is successful because he has this amount, which I'm pretty sure he's making this amount, and it's very different, right? I I don't know. It's kind of wonky for me just to like think about it like that as well.
I'm trying to think like how would I define, I mean, both in like how would I define success for myself as well, and I would wonder what the average person would think as well, right? Like if you think, like if you ask everybody on the street, what do you think, who or what number is there, is it numerical, is it a feeling, is it like, is it how much you produce, right?
Can I say
Like
almost MySpace successful?
yes, like that is
Right?
right. Like I don't know. It's so different for everybody. I maybe commonly, especially like amongst like I think people determine success numerically. But now if you're in the creation space yourself, it's not. It's almost never about numbers 100% actually, or at least in reality. For me, like I think I've had a successful day if I've done any work towards like pushing my goals forward. That is success to me. That is like pushing the needle forward. Right? Like if I'm editing a video, I'm like, that's great. I'm editing. I don't even care how many views it might get. I haven't even published it yet. I edited something. That is a successful day for me. I'm moving something towards like the thing I want or set out to do. But I don't know. It might be different for different people. For you, if you were to find quote unquote success in the VTubing space for yourself, Ivan, what does that look like to you? Is it monetizing? Is it like, oh, how often you can stream? Is it streaming to a certain like type of audience? You can find people who are like minded. Like what would you determine for success in that?
For me as a VTuber, being actually financially stable, I feel like it. Not like I'm gonna be goddamn rich, as in like, hey, can I provide myself to live on, right? Living and not being feared of like, oh, hey, I might not have like money. Because if you think about it, if I would have go be a successful VTuber, that means I had to be full time. That means I have to be dedicated to this craft,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That means I don't have to go to have a 9 to 5 job,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna be more of like, okay, so I have to be like stuck either running a team, like either like having a team and running it to edit my stuff, or I'm editing with such and such.
Mm-hmm.
But also like how many times I could stream as well. It's a lot of factors. That's the thing. And yeah, income is one crucial thing, but it's not like that's a deciding factor as well, because it's also multiple parts as well.
That's so true. That's so true. I think I'm trying to be very conscientious about like climbing the hedonic treadmill, right? Because as you gain more, you want more. And I think that is both amazing feats of like what being human can be, and then also detrimental to one's health, and that it can be very hard to balance it all. And so climbing this treadmill is it's being mindful of how much I can pace myself, I guess. Because obviously this industry and just being creative in general can lead to a lot of burnt out. I think.
Oh yeah, I was about to say burnout. Burnout's the main.
It's definitely burnout. Yeah. Because then I don't know. Is it really about like, so you get financially, for you it's like, oh, being financially stable. I think that's amazing. I think that is such a dream. I wonder at what point would it become, is it a trap? Somewhat, am I being like, I hate that it's monetary in a way. You know, I know that you need money to live, but I almost hate that it has to be monetary.
Well, here's the thing that I think it becomes more of a trap is when you're doing more of the extreme stuff, where like, okay, it's more of like the whole like, I want to say kind of like the Mr. Beast videos type of thing, right? But you know, because there is some streamers that they're gonna push that level of like, let me make this amount of money so I can invest on this thing to make something else so I can gain that money back again. And that to me is like already more stressful, right? I feel like that's the trap, right? It's to do those fleets. Granted, obviously you get like success doing that, but also it's more of like you gotta have to do it and you gotta keep topping it and topping it and topping it.
True.
It's I feel like that's the trap, right?
I mean, he's a very interesting case. I mean, there's definitely a beastification of videos who copy and want similar amount of success as Mr. Beast. But what's so interesting about him in both his colorful background and colorful personality and colorful everything about what he's doing, he's obsessed with making the best video. And that is what is very interesting about him. He is obsessed with what he considers is making the best video. So he's climbing his own treadmill. And I mean, numerically, that comes with views, right? Like, what is successful is like you have the highest audience retention, you have a lot of clicks. Like, there's so many things to, I guess, quote unquote, determine what makes the best video. And because of his obsession with that, I agree. That is a hard treadmill to climb, and I'm trying not to climb that treadmill easily either. You know, I've become or am conscious of like when I upload a video now, I am not trying to constantly check my metrics. Although I'm getting into the habit of it. Before I didn't check anything whatsoever. I just let Rye upload all the videos and I didn't even care to check the numbers. I'm like, oh, tell me if I need to reply to comments, I will take a look, but I don't want to look at it. Kind of, that's how I felt.
I think that's better. Because like then you'll be stuck in the trap of like I gotta look at the analytics and all that stuff. If that was the case, I would have hired someone who's, or probably have someone to be like, okay, here, just you message me if there's something about it, you see the data and all that stuff, just yeah, right. I want no part of it. Heck, change the password. I don't want to see it because I know how I am and I'll be probably looking at it.
Go, agree. I know, number grow burr, and it's just kind of funny. By the way, if anyone out there who does make content, and you don't want to look at numbers the way I do, you can use, a scheduler. There's a free scheduling tool called Buffer. I use that to help schedule videos. So I just like I set the thumbnails or whatever. I set the time that it can be posted. I connect my accounts and I just let that thing handle all the posting, so I don't have to post, and then I don't have to look at the number. I can look at it later, like when I care about it. That's kind of what I recommend if you don't want to be obsessive. I think it can be a dangerous game to like go and refresh your account all the time to see number go up or down or whatever it is, or comment go up, whatever. I think, yeah, I don't know if I want to focus too much on that. I think that's hard. I think it's crazy. I don't know if it's good for one's mental health to do that, actually. Talk to me when we get to 100 subs, unless someone's dying. I don't care, Adrian. That is not true. I do like to see the comments. I think when people leave comments, it is very sweet. And I do like the very interesting comments. There are a lot of thought-provoking comments that I get too. So I get very curious about those. I just don't like to check in case like I get tempted to look at the number and I'll be like, I don't want to look. Nice burp. Thank you, Zol. Thank you. Views suck. That's half the reason I stopped making music for a month. Oh, no. I try not to think too much about it. Really, you'll get views when you get views. That's kind of how I see it. Low key, that's kind of how I see it. I'll get a view when I get a view. I can't do nothing about it. This video is already up. I'll literally drive myself into the ground if I like try to think too much about it, because I love analyzing things. And there's a time and place for analyzing my videos, and that's not always like numerically based. Although it is a good indication sometimes for certain things. Whew, Ivan. We went from talking about Gura to talking about content. Do you want to talk? Should we switch focus and talk about anime?
All right.
Yeah. I think it's getting too much to the grindstone of like content creation, which is both very interesting, but oh man, it can be quite emotionally taxing talking about it. I'm gonna switch scenes, guys, to just chatting. Welcome. I am still playing my villager game, by the way. I need to start breeding them. Oh my god, can I show them the villager game? Okay, give me a second, Ivan. I want to show them my villager game. So let's see. This village has almost completed all the milestones. I've just been lazy. They've been through so many generations at this point. I probably put in like 300 hours because I keep it idle. Okay, let me see my original tribe. This one has everything completed. All the puzzles are completed.
Oh my god.
Wait, how many hours did it take for me to complete 139? Let me see. 139. Okay, it took me 142 hours to defeat the game by getting all the puzzle pieces. So I have it completed. The only part that's not completed is my collections. So if you get all of these, if you complete every single collection, it adds +5 to your village count. So I've completed butterflies. So the maximum before was 90. Now the maximum is 95. So I'm trying to get to 100. How many is this? 10, 110 villagers if I complete all of it. So, wow, you can see.
That is a lot.
That is a lot. I know. They're all on the screen. You know what's so interesting about this game? They are like ants. Oh my god. And they like, okay, so what's cool is like they kind of retain genetics, kind of. So obviously you can have genetics with like skills and then the color of their hair and the style of hair that they get. So I've been trying to get more black haired because I started off with a lot of gingers and a lot of blondes. And I'm like, oh, I want more black haired tribe members. And there's just so many, like, you got to breed them with other dark haired villagers. So that's how I ended up with a bunch more black and blue haired villagers. Okay. So we wanted to talk about romance animes because I know that you've watched a lot, Ivan. Can you tell me what are your top 3 romance animes in no particular order?
Top 3? Oh shoot. Okay, the first one is My Teen Romantic Comedy Life Snafu, which is my personal favorite.
My Teen wow, really? That's kind of old at this point.
Oh no, I love it so. I love it. I like rewatching it. It's so good. And then the second one, oh man, romance. This is where it gets a little bit difficult. Because here's the thing. It is quote unquote probably romance, but to me, I just like it for the drama and it's domestic girlfriend. Even though there's no there's the first season of anime, the manga's still there, and I read it, and that shit was a clusterfuck, and I liked every moment of it. Thank you, fucking Giga, who suggested that, because I'm like, oh shoot, yeah. His video talked about it, and I'm like, okay, might as well read it, and I read it, and damn, banger. And third one.
They got pregnant so quickly. Okay, that's great.
The third one,
So My Teenage Romantic Snafu, and God, the other title. I'm looking for the image right now.
I'm trying to remember. Man, see, this is where it gets a little bit. I'm like, but.
Oh, I remember this one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Toradora.
You like Toradora?
I think Toradora is a good one.
Really? I also like Toradora. That one's very cute. Toradora was very cute. Can you tell me why you like those anime?
Oh, so for Snafu, I remember because it was probably the summer of either 2011 ish. That's when my weepness came out. Even though I've been watching like anime at that like such a long time, but still, I feel like Dragon Ball and Pokemon, quote unquote, doesn't really cut it. Oh, Naruto, right?
Yes.
Ish. Even though it's like, yeah, sure, it's still categorized as anime. I'm like, no. I think this one was the first one where I'm like, well, the first romance anime that I've seen. I don't know. I like the main protagonist so much because he was some edgy and he didn't give a fuck, and I'm like, yo, what?
I know Rain
Nice.
likes a lot of anime, so I wonder if Rain will agree with you in this. But you really like the main character for Teenage Snafu.
Yeah, yeah. Because at first, like I thought it was gonna be a romance, you know, comedy, whatever, right? Literally, it's in the name, right? But then it didn't do anything for the first season. And I'm like, where's the romance? Where's the comedy? I'm like, but this is good. Did they just trick me? Is this like, am I being tricked? This wasn't like a romance anime at all. It's just comedy, and there was like little to no romance. I'm like, you know what? I liked it. I enjoyed it. And then I think season 2 is when I was starting like around college, give or take. Yeah, yeah. Was fuck, I don't remember the dates now or year. But I remember watching it and I saw the animation and how it changed it. And then that's when you're like, oh shoot, it gets a little bit serious. But the like now I see like the romance going on, right? And then this drama and I like it, and then it's not like complicated because then after that it was more of like how the protagonist feels of like this way. And then the third season, oh dude, the third season, I like to describe it as like when I first watched it all the way when I first ended it, and this was when I was watching it weekly because I couldn't wait any longer. I wanted to watch it weekly, and then that last episode, I just sat there in my room, and I'm like, that's it, it's done.
Wow.
I'm like, wow. Just sat there, took a moment. I'm like, I don't think I could ever like watch another romance anime like this because it was so good. Like, it's sad because I'm like, I wanted more, but then I'm like, it's done. I'm like, literally, it was like a void in my heart, and I'm like, I don't think that's ever gonna patch itself.
That's very
And-
interesting because all these
Yeah.
romance animes that you mentioned, can I just say something real quick, Ivan?
Uh-huh.
It's all geared, these are romance comedies geared towards the male perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Do you agree with
course.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very different from romance comedy geared towards the female perspective. So it's always so interesting to me what they choose to focus on when it comes to like romance for men versus romance for women. Cause like, I don't know, maybe your guys' romance seem more simple. I don't want to say simple. Just it's different.
I think it's more of like, it is different. I think I like Toradora is because of how like, I guess how innocent it is.
Yes,
Like-
I love Taiga. She's
like-
very
like-
cute.
Like love innocence, right? There's like that cute aspect of it,
Yes, yes.
right? I don't think there's like a lot of fan service, all that stuff. Which I do have a trope where like fan service, or I don't know. I just grew tired of it. Maybe when I was a teenager, I'm like, oh, cool, boobs. But nowadays, I'm like, is it really necessary? Do we really need the fan service to be this much, right?
It's either
And-
very fan service heavy or it's very domestic. I can't, there's not a lot of words I can put towards it. It has very slice of life, domestic vibes to it. Kind
I
of.
like more slice of life.
Me too.
animes,
Me
believe
too.
it or not. Yeah.
Me too.
I
I'm
think
with
there's
you.
something about it, and yeah. So I feel Todora is more innocent, like an innocent type of love, which gradually it progresses, which I kind of like that. And then for Snafu, I feel that's very more of a character development from the protagonist, where he's more of a loner person because you see the trauma that he goes by because of how much he doesn't really hate himself, but how he sacrificed himself for others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I mean, like, he's cool enough, but this is just a facade to realizing, hey, I can drop that facade and let people
Do
like.
you see yourself in that main character?
Yeah, because that's why
Oh,
I like it so much.
I see. You like it
Right.
because you see yourself in the main character.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
are
why I
you
like him so much.
self-inserting? Kind of, or not kind of? Because it's not like you like the girls 100%. You like the storyline, I bet.
I like the story, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. But you relate to the main character.
Right, and then over time, I'm like, man, I kind of like grew up with the character, even though it was more of like years, and it wasn't weekly and stuff like that. But like, season 1 is when when I was like in high school. Season 2 dropped when I was in the beginning of my college. Season 3 is when I was literally, well, out of college per se, because it was like near like 2020 or something. I know it was during COVID, but I forgot if it was 2020 or 2021. Right? So, like, different aspect of my life grew up with the show. That's the funny part, and I feel maybe that's why I resonate so much. As in, like, oh man, if I look back, right, that me is so different to this me right now, because I felt sad for him, but also at the end, I feel like, you know what, this is as happy as I could possibly see this character, and I'm kind of glad that he kind of grew up with it.
That is very interesting. I'm parsing through that right now. I'm also like, I see Adrix calling us basic bitches. I don't think that's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, men are very simple creatures.
No, I don't think that's very true. I don't want.
No, we are. We are so.
No. You shouldn't talk.
Have no idea.
I mean, okay, I might not be of the masculine persuasion, and what is so cute or sweet that I think about men in general is that that it seems like for the good ones, a lot of them yearn for just a simple, happy life, which is very, very sweet, and I really like that about most people. When you just simply just want to live a happy life, cozy life with someone that you love or care about. Nothing wrong with that. No blame. That is not really being basic. I think most people would die to have that. Strive to have a comfort level of happiness like that. That is very hard to achieve. but no, I don't know. You say men are basic. Do you actually think men are basic?
Yep.
But why? What is so basic about you guys? I don't think so.
I think we are.
But why? Why are you basic?
I don't know. I think we're just designed like that. I honestly don't know.
You
I
think
like,
so?
Yeah, I feel like.
And are we designed to be complicated? You think women are just complicated?
Hey, look, listen, man. I'm not saying anything, but
yeah.
Listen. I think men are very simple, just because, like, hey, we're very straightforward, right? I feel like
really,
it's like some mind like twisted game, and I'm like, I cannot figure out. Like, I can figure out the dude, but I can never figure out a woman.
But how can you say that as a monolith that men are basic? It just can't. It just simply cannot be true to me. What do you mean?
I mean, I feel like we are. We're just so very direct. I don't know.
Is every man you met direct? No way. That can't be true. You have no way. I just no.
Chad, you understand the nod, right? You understand when there's a guy and and you nod to each other, you know what that means.
Every guy has a
This
nod.
Universal, yeah, this universal nod. It's like greetings, hello.
If you like it, you like it. There's no explanation around it. For women, it's like I like this because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. I guess that is more common where women are able to possibly explain things more versus just being quote unquote simple about it. I don't know. I don't buy it. That's the word. I don't buy it. Ivan.
It's so funny because it's so simple because we are. I'm like, yeah.
I need to know if chat agrees. Do you guys think men are simple? If you are a man yourself and you think other guys are also simple, I can't believe I don't trust this. How can that be?
It's the truth.
It's the truth. It's just a fact. Not how you feel about it. It's just facts. That really like rubs me weirdly, I think. Because you know what's so funny? I find men very difficult to understand myself as a woman. But and I chalk it to like, you know, they grew up differently, they're socialized differently, they have different ways of maintaining hierarchy in their life or whatever, and they may not even think this deeply, right? But because most people don't really think about things from this type of lens to begin with. But I digress on that. I don't know. I think you guys aren't giving yourself enough credit, I guess. I don't know. I feel weird when, like, I could never just go up to a man and be like, oh, you're so simple, I'll definitely figure you all out. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's a right thing to ask.
I'm pretty sure we could. I'm pretty sure you could. Trust me, if you get to know me more, like I'm pretty sure you had like some ideas of like what like how I am and stuff like that. But believe me, you hang out with me more and more. You're like, you know what? At first I thought you were this, but in reality you're just a simple person. And I'm like, yeah, I am. It is not that difficult. Reading me is like reading a book. I am like easy to read.
I do think men aren't trained to express themselves. I do agree with that, Zol. I think that's just a common form of being socialized as a man, I guess. You just don't talk about yourself. Because why express more than what you already need to be saying? Or you just say it once, right? That sort of thing. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I don't know. I think... Let me think. The difficulty that I have, it's because I've met men who completely shatter that image for me. You know, I've met...
Give an example, yeah.
It's so tough. So I'll give you one example. My male best friend. That man is a poet in every sense of the word. Sensitive, smart, spiritual, extremely well thought out, very well put together. He has a lot of meaning. He's very intentional. He's got charisma. I have a lot of respect for him. And ironically enough, I think of him as like my soul sister because he can talk to me in a way a lot of, I think, guys I've met could not speak.
Here's the thing. That's because he's confident.
He's confident. But he's not very confident. You know what I mean? He's actually not very confident. But here's the thing, Restless. Yeah.
There's not a lot of guys who's willing to...
Welcome in Frozen Flames.
And show it.
Why don't you try to show it or explain it more, I guess?
Well, because man, I feel like that's for that I gotta have to share with like someone special.
Oh, so you
Or like
reserve it.
or right. It kind of well for me, right? For me, it's more of like okay, who has it's me of like who's able to see me like to like
Thank you for the
see
follow,
to
Frozen
the,
Flames.
to the extent, right? I can't just met a person and be like, hey, we could talk about all of this, right? It's more of a but that's me. It's
Welcome.
because I do have trust issues of
With
some
people?
sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with people. And I feel like whenever I'm ready, it's when I come to you. That's where I'm like, boom.
I see. So you have to really
And
trust them.
yeah, and
Mm.
I can tell you, I have evidence as well. Because remember that DM about what I think it was like a couple months ago
Yes.
that I didn't want to share.
Yes, I remember.
Exactly. See that there's like okay, I have to get to know the person and see if I can trust them. I feel like that's the thing, that.
I agree with Scalpy that men aren't asked as many questions that require introspection, but that doesn't mean they're incapable of it. They're just not practiced in it, which is, fair, honestly. I wish they weren't socialized that way. I definitely think things could have been so much better if we could help them socialize in a way that like they could share their introspection more. Like the way we're talking with Ivan right now. Like Ivan is sharing his POV, his thoughts, and how he feels about certain things. And I think that's very and in a safe space, hopefully, to do so, right? If you feel like safe in sharing your ideas.
Yep.
But like
also, I think. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go. You go.
But I was about to add on, but I think it's also a factor of like also the person because I was about to say age as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? I know for a fact there's a bunch of dudes around like my age that are still partying, clubbing, all that stuff, yada yada, or beyond that as well. Which then later on it becomes like, oh, right? But that's my take.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a very close friend that just came to visit in New York a couple months. Well, I hung out with him and his daughter and his girlfriend, right? And we were just talking, and yeah, he said, "Dude, it feels like you kind of changed." And I'm like, "In one way." And he tells me, "Well, you are more." Like you're more open now compared to back before. You were very
That must have been
closed
such a
off.
compliment to you. Do you feel like it was a compliment?
Well, to me, at first I'm like, no, not really. And
Really?
I guess, yeah, because I'm like, I feel like I've been the same person for the past some amount of years. I feel
Right.
like I didn't really, like to me, I feel like I didn't really grow as much,
Mm-hmm.
right? But him being a father now,
Oh, wow.
maybe there is that perspective that, because we haven't seen each other for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he had some issues, and I had to talk about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just hearing that, I'm like, oh, I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess so. Maybe back then I was very more of a shut off person. I didn't really explain a lot, but I don't know. I feel like I'm still the same person. We were just cracking fucking messed up jokes, but like I don't know. Maybe there is an aspect of that. I don't know. So who's to say?
That's true. I mean, of course, to some degree, I think when you live in your body, you're gonna feel like you're still the same person. Like not much has changed. But when someone who has witnessed you at one point in your life and they haven't seen you in a while and they come back at another point, you might not notice the change because you're living in the same body day to day. So the change was gradual. But for them, it's like, oh, you're not the image of the you that I remembered, and there's some validity to that, I think.
Yeah.
You know what Zoll said that was a very interesting? It's like they're thinking from their point of view of someone that gets emotionally weaponized, and I do think that is a fear, regardless of gender, but I do think it's a deep fear for a lot of men, I think. Although I really don't want to say it is a gendered problem, because I think it's for both. Quite frankly, it is a both all gender issue. Let's just put it that way. But I think with guys, probably because they don't talk about it more, it leaves them more room to feel emotionally weaponized against. Like, I definitely think, like, if you're not aware of it happening, or you're not using, like, you're not talking to people and like addressing things certain ways in order to understand like what they're doing to you, that can be very problematic. And so they lack the tool set or skill, and so it is very scary when you deal with someone who emotionally like uses emotional manipulation and weaponizes it against you, and like all the things I know about you. That is a very tough position to be in. I don't know. It's a both gender thing, I think. But I don't know if to that question, Zol, it's like choosing to leave myself vulnerable. I think if I put too much walls around me, it's not great, and I don't grow from it. I grow more from pain than I do from being safe, I guess. And so choosing to be vulnerable, even if it might cause pain or a dissatisfactory result after, I think has been far more valuable learning tool. But your mileage may vary. Word of warning. Mileage may vary in that regard. But it's interesting for you, Ivan, for me, when you say that, like, they say you feel more open now as opposed to back then. I think you feel more comfortable around the people compared to, or maybe you're older, right? You said you felt like because you got older and your friend is now a dad, like it feels a bit different, but also you feel the same, like you've always been this way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the snapshot of you.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, yeah, I am a completely different person than I was in my early 20s than now, where I'm like, okay, I feel like back then I wasn't sure about myself, and then, which has like a lot of factors into it, which I'm not going to go through that, but now I feel like, okay, I feel like I know who I am, therefore I feel like I'm not like overwhelmed, I guess. I think that's the best way to put it. Like, I'm not too overwhelmed by like this person that I needed to be. I'm more of like, okay, I already established all of the things that I've learned, and I feel like I'm comfortable where I am right now. Right.
Do you think, like, in these romance anime, I do think there's a trope of like maybe getting into situations and being adopted by almost like an extroverted person, right? Like, I don't know. Oftentimes in romance, for romantic comedies that are targeted towards men, it's like they're kind of like Gary Sues, because you get Mary Sues also in the opposite, but you get Gary Sues in these, and they sort of like represent the like everyday person, the average like person, so that you, the viewer, could relate to them. Like, you feel like, oh, this is a person whose thoughts I relate to, and so I feel like I will want to watch this series. And then they tend to get adopted by, like, I don't know, extroverted girls, I guess. It seems to me, in my case, very, very rarely are they adopted or put into situations where they're with, introverted people. But or that could just be my opinion. I'm also not as well versed in male targeted romantic comedies. I will say I like Toradora. That was a great series. I thought it was very funny, kind of giving slice of life effect to it. But like, do you see any commonalities between like the type of female leads that they have in these romantic comedies? Is there a common theme to them? I definitely feel like there is.
There is, but what's funny is that I kind of don't like those ones because
Oh,
it's
really?
very common. Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
as I'm getting like watching more and more, it's where I'm like, oh, here's the tsundere, here's the best friend, here's the, you know, the girl next door, here's the popular girl who, you know, has this aura, and, you know, somehow the main protagonist just wittily just goes up to her, or somehow something happens that is not realistic, and I'm like, ugh. Which I feel like why I like my teen romantic comedy life is because the MC gets with the girl who's very introverted, who doesn't feel confident. Which I'm like, whoa, what the heck? This changes us a lot. Why
You
is
subverted expectations by doing that.
Right.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm playing the game Frozen. So that's why that's one of your favorites, is because it subverts expectations in a traditional romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because like one of like the tropes that I don't like is the harem. I'll be honest with you.
The which one?
Or with the harem.
Oh,
Or,
the harem.
and-
Really? You don't like the harem trope?
no, I don't.
Oh, wow. Okay,
I
interesting.
never liked it since the beginning. I never like it towards now. I know for a fact there's an anime with a bunch of and I keep saying it, the 100 girlfriend thing, and I'm like, I don't like it because it's, I don't think it's, I'm not saying that's like bad or anything, or like that the message is bad. It's just for me, it's not my thing.
Really?
Now, yeah. And it's supposed to be labeled as a comedy, and I'm like, well, yeah, I get it's cutesy, there's some comedy, but to me, it just doesn't feel like authentic, I guess. Or I don't know, I just don't like it. Like maybe if
Is
the
it because you can't
script
relate
was-
to it?
Maybe, probably. I don't know. I just
Or-
something about it. I just don't like the harem.
You're like, you have more monogamous tendencies.
It's probably that. Cause like, okay, I would probably accept it, and I think it would be more interesting from a writing perspective or whatever it is.
Yeah.
If, because the 100 girlfriend thing, the premise is that the fucking god of the god of love messed up. The MC he messed up on the MC's like love soulmate type of thing, and so instead of putting 1, he put 100 for funny reasons. I guess.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Right? So
yes.
so here's the thing, and he falls in love with those said 100 people, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's. I mean, from a story-based perspective, that means you're gonna have 101 people in this whole entire series. How are you gonna write 100 different characters? Right? It's just it's some of them are gonna overlap, some of them are just gonna be, but like what it would have been interesting from my point of view is that same premise, 100 people, right? But the MC does not love any one of them, but he goes through that journey of finding that one person from that 100 group.
For
It's kind of like speed dating, right? To find his
100
match.
people, speed dating 100 people.
See? Exactly.
Jeez Louise. Okay, interesting. Okay. I'm trying to, you know what really fascinates about me, because, you know, we're given the idea, for some reason, it's put into the zeitgeist that like men love harem. So to hear both you and like people in chat say they don't like some people don't like harem, Adric doesn't like harem, or doesn't prefer it, right, as a trope in their story. It's so interesting to me, Because that's what I think, like, when you give me, like, the idea, like, all men are simple, like, that monolith. I hear this monolith of a saying of, like, oh, all men love harems, all men love more than one woman, can't, like, you know what I mean? It's such a dangerous thing to tell people, because then they grow up actually thinking like that. And it takes a long time to question that that belief. Because we get people like you who say they don't like harem. So I'm very, like, it's very interesting to me about it.
Well, the thing is that what is a harem? Like, what is the amount that qualifies it? Because I do love a love triangle.
Oh, you like a love triangle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is 3 consider a harem? Is 4? Is 5? Right? When is it like? Yep, he has a bunch of harem, like the MC. Like, what is it?
Is a love triangle a harem?
Yeah, is it a harem?
Is it a harem? Is it? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think so, because it's just only 2 people. It's either A or B. Right?
So, dude, you know, IRL, I would say if 2 girls like you, I think that's a harem. But in anime, I might say, no, it's not a harem, but I don't know why.
The age range is 3, in his opinion.
It's 3+. Okay, so if more than...
Saki as trope or IRL as trope.
Oh, man. Let's see.
Fuck it. IRL too. Go chat, go.
Go, yes. Is it a harem if more than 2 or more than 3? Right? Is it... I feel like more than 1, that's already a harem. Okay. You have 2 people who like you, a harem.
Okay, so we have Frozen says more than 3.
More than 3. Okay.
Right.
I'm with Adric on the I also prefer stories where they're one and done. I don't need any more drama than that.
But you don't like the drama?
I love drama. And so I have a high tolerance for love triangles. But I don't necessarily like love triangles because, like, I hate that there's is it bad to say? It makes me feel so bad, quote unquote.
Yeah, record, right?
Yeah, no, not the home record. The secondary one who, quote unquote, loses, right? Like, they don't get to have the person. They have to give up because somebody, quote unquote, wins. And that's not right in my head. So dramas with that really bother me because then I end up, you know who I end up rooting for? I always end up rooting for, say, like the secondary protagonist, like the secondary love interest, not the main one. So it's like, oh, you didn't have to do me dirty.
How will you know if there's a second love interest?
True. I think there's some where you can clearly tell who is the one true pair. And there are some that are much better at, like, kind of like flipping back and forth. You can't really tell who's going to end up best girl, right? So that is true. That is true. Sometimes you can't tell. But when the ones you can tell and it's kind of doomed, dude, that sickens me. I'm heartbroken. Do you feel heartbroken? Do you ever just root for one of them and you're like, why is the one I like the one not with them? Oh, I can't handle it. I can't stand it.
Okay, it happened to me because I really did care about this anime. I forgot. It was the quintessential. Fuck, I forgot to pronounce it. It's with the fucking
Quintessential?
Yeah, with the 5 sisters. 4?
Yes.
Right? There was one that I really, really wanted her to win, and she didn't win, and I got so upset. And I'm like, dude, she is everything. Not like everything, but she's tier. She's like tier 1.
That's also why I don't like harem, because, like, your favorite doesn't end up winning, and you're like, oh, the one I'm rooting for, what the fuck? Oh, man, yeah. No, I'm with you. Who were you rooting for in quintessential quintuplets?
See, Adric knows. I think that was it, right? Was it? It was the blue hair.
The
Not the
blue
hair,
outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also a Miku Nakano fan. I forgot her name. So sorry, but yes, that was her. I was trying to look up what she looked like, but no, yes, I was voting for her. I was rooting for her too.
Yeah.
The one who ended up, I don't know. I don't know.
It's questionable. I was like, oh, okay, that's a story. I mean, like, yeah, I guess I could admit defeat, but like, no.
There was this TikTok, Ivan, of like someone was going in Japan and asking questions. So it was one of those things where they were just asking a bunch of people questions for their TikTok video, and they asked this two pairs of friends, like, "Oh, how many women do you need in your life?" And then one guy was like, 10, so I can have one every day. And then another one was like, just one. And you're like, and the guy's like, really? You only want one? He's like, yeah, just one. I was like, there are two types of people in this world. So that was this is kind of what it reminds me of, low key. Hi, Crocs, welcome in. So you don't like harems, but you love triangles.
Yeah. I like it because of the drama. Just because of the drama. Because I'm like, ooh.
Do you think you like to repeat that in your IRL life?
Fuck no.
I thought you liked drama, Ivan.
I like the drama. It's because I'm Hispanic, you know. I
Oh, so you like telenovela, love triangle drama, but not triangle romance in your real life?
It's funny you say that. See, okay. Oh man, I should. Fuck it. I'm gonna tell the story because fuck it. I feel like this is. I don't know. I'll give everyone's input, I guess. But many blue moons ago, like very, very, like I think this is like probably elementary school, maybe leading to the middle school.
Mm-hmm.
I did like this girl, right? At first I didn't think of anything of her because I'm like, oh, we're just friends and we're in the same classroom, yada yada.
Yeah.
Right. I think we were in some same program after school because. You know, I'm such a dumbass, so grades weren't good back in the day. So I needed to stay extra amount of like a 45-minute program thing they did. I forgot what it was called. And thus I met her through there.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started to talk, and I just like to talk to her. And
A rice ball.
Nothing like. Yeah, like just nothing too, like just simple stuff. And I guess I don't know, maybe like a month or two, the class just saw it and they're like, oh hey, so like you and okay, I'll just drop the name at this point. Shit, so long time ago. So like you and Jennifer, so what's going on? And I'm like,
oh, I'm lucky it's a common name.
yeah. Right, so and I'm like, what's? Because I think one of my classmates was like, they were telling me like, is there anything, between you guys or anything? I'm like, I guess we're friends. I don't know. Is there something to be like
The question?
happening right now? Yeah, right.
Oh, so you didn't know?
Yeah, and then I guess everybody just assumed they were like a couple and stuff. And see, this is where me should have kicked the shit out of younger me, because I addressed it as like, no, we're just friends, we're just friends, right? When in reality, I should have said something completely different.
Yes, it is my hand.
And then tell her, I'm like, hey, so a lot of people in our class are just questioning us of like, what's going on? Are you feeling comfortable about this?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the proper response to give a person, not just say we're just friends. we're just friends who's just like a random classmate. So that happened, and then I guess like later on, you start to talk more and more, and I'm like, you know what? I do like her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, or what I thought was, I guess,
At that time.
right.
Uh-huh.
And then so bad. And then there was another person that came in, quote unquote.
Wait. Are you telling me you had a love triangle where you liked two girls at the same time?
No. Here's the thing.
Okay.
You would assume it is, but in reality, it isn't.
So it wasn't. It was two girls who liked you?
I don't know, but I know for a fact.
Oh, so you're speculating that two girls liked you at the same time?
I never said that, but
Oh, you're.
let's go with that.
But it involves you and two girls.
Yeah.
Is that?
Basically.
Oh, so this is where you your experience with the love triangle. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whatever this was, because like the only reason I remember this is because during Christmas. Well, okay, let's rewind a bit. Let me talk to the second girl, right?
Wait, I forgot. Were you? Did you think that you can like two people at the same time? Were you someone who thought that way?
No, I honestly at that age I was more of like, oh, she seems cool. Let's be friends.
Oh, so okay, right.
That's my idea, and my idea of like, oh wait, do I like this person? Do I not? Oh well, I think I do. So that's the only thing I know right now. Well, at that time, right? So yeah, so like another girl who transferred in from, I don't know, either from a different class or whatever. And then her name was Emily. So
we have Emily and Jennifer.
Jennifer, yep.
Wow, really two common names. That is so lucky.
I know. So then, and her personality was completely different from Jennifer. She was very kind of like tough and stuff.
So it's not like we're doxing anybody because those names are okay. Yeah. You can never narrow down which Emily, which Jennifer.
Right. So then, but like I said, we were just like talking, whatever. I thought she was cool, whatever. And then around Christmas, I remember, I think one of her girlfriends sent like a letter to my desk. And I remember she said, hey, Jennifer gave this to me. Just don't open it here. And I'm like, okay. It's all decorated and stuff, and like it said my name and like Christmas stuff. And then once I got home, I opened it, and I don't remember exactly what the letter said. But I know that just and like what I do remember, it was like the whole Merry Christmas. I hope you have like a good time with your family and such. And then this is where I'm like, oh, you fucking idiot! What did you do? Right? And then the next thing I remember reading, it was like, I see that you've been spending time with Emily, so you know, I hope you. I don't know what was the rest, but it was like, I hope it goes well, yada yada. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the very bottom of the letter, she gave me her phone number and the time that she was gonna be.
Oh my god, you got that. You got a love note thing.
Yep.
Like almost like a that's like halfway to a confessional already.
Yep.
That's so cute. Oh sheesh. Ivan, I didn't know you had game like that.
I didn't even have game to begin with. I was more clueless than ever.
Oh my god. You had unknowing Riz.
Yeah. And see, here's the thing. I still wanted
yes,
to call
Grax.
her, but then I chickened down the last minute.
Oh god, you pussied out? No way.
Yeah, I pussied out. Yep. I'm like,
oh, Ivan, she took her shot. Like that takes so much effort for a girl to do. Girl,
what do you think I'm gonna invent time travel?
boy, You. Some people drown while others die of thirst. That's exactly right, Crocs. And I saw that Adric said a girl said, "Damn boy, sit next to me today when you wear glasses." What the hell? I've never had your experience, Ivan, where I get a message like that. At least when I was younger, I've never gotten that experience. But I looked like a dweeb when I was younger, so I didn't expect that.
Yeah, same here. I would look like a dweeb too.
But maybe you were a cute dweeb.
I don't know. I
She
never
thought
saw
you were-
anything like that.
But she thought you were cute enough to give her number to. Dude, that's cute.
Yeah, and
I look
good
like an
on me,
absolute.
stupid. I rather, like I said, time travel. Slap the jet.
I look like an absolute troll, so I look like an absolute. I still look like a troll, but I looked even more like a troll as a child. Let's see. Do you guys ever wanted a yandere as a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Oh,
Which one is that one? Is that the crazy one?
so yandere is someone who is like sick in love with you. So
Oh.
yeah, they're usually crazy or obsessive.
No.
No, so you don't prefer. Oh, so you don't like them obsessive. You-
Okay, not to the level of like, oh, I'm like breathing down your neck, that type. Like, yeah, I want to, yeah, like I want the, a little bit of that, but not to the extent of like, hey, we're gonna.
You can't talk to your friends or yeah.
Message me, you can't talk to me. We gotta spend time with me. All that. I'm like, here, take the oxygen. Hi, Morgan.
Hi, Morgan. But that's interesting. I have never liked the yanderes. So I growing up, I never liked the yandere. I'm very scared of yandere types. So no, I do not prefer yanderes. But I think a lot of people love that. It's kind of funny to think about sometimes. Like, oh my God, you love someone who is so obsessed with you. I think that's very sweet. And then, but then sometimes you end up with someone so obsessed with you, they do like, quote unquote, crazy shit to you. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go with that. So do you have a type you like? Do you like kudere? Do you like sundere? Like, do you like them cool or do you like them like acting like they don't like you? They kind of like tease you a bit about it. How do you like them, Ivan? What flavor?
No, it's just
You like them
dead
dede?
a lot of times. I don't know. I guess the teasing one. I don't know. Maybe the teasing.
You like the teasing type? Oh, so you like it when a girl teases you?
I think so. Yeah. No. Actually.
No? Yeah? No?
Yeah. I had to like think about it because I'm like, do I really? But then I'm like, yeah, because I do like the banter as well. I like the bantering.
Now I know if I ever, if there's a girl that catches your eye, I know what to say to them. You guys, I'll wingman a little. I'll wingman. I'm trying to think, like, so we have some people who have experience with yanderes here. I have experience with yanderes too, but not.
Saki.
Which one?
Oh no, I was just someone just put like a redeem.
Oh, I see. Okay. I was thinking like I've never experienced a yandere person who I'm dating, no. But I have a yandere parent. I have an extremely yandere parent. So having seen that, I'm like, no, thank you. I'm okay. I don't want a yandere in my life. I'm not scared of yandere, but when they pull a knife on you for talking to a girl is nuts. Some people like crazy. It's kind of hot. I can see the vision. And I don't like that I can see the vision. Someone go back, press delete, go back, space it. In my experience, by being obsessed, they make your life more miserable compared to just a normal person. Yeah, I think to a normal
Yeah.
person that, yeah. But some people love that twisted sort of love, I think. They gotta match, you know what's the quote? They gotta match your freak.
Match your energy? Or,
No, they gotta
yeah.
match your nasty. Or match your energy.
I don't play Wuthering Waves. I'm stuck in Hoyoverse.
Oh, I don't play Wuthering Waves either.
Hold on, I'll be right back for a second.
Okay, no worries, no worries. I'll take care of your chat. Hello, Ivan's chat, and hello, my chat. I think what's crazy about, I don't know, thinking of like a potential partner and all of like the stereotypes that you have in anime. When I think about all my favorite characters in anime, I think they're just the nice person type, just the nice person trope, like the decent human being trope. I don't even know what trope that would be. They're almost like Gary Sues and Mary Sues. They're just decent people and they want to do good majority of the time, and they don't want to hurt people in the process. So I think I just like the average everyday normal hero type, I guess. Thinking about it, they might be dere, I guess. Maybe my type is dere. I'm trying to think. Can you guys, okay, have you guys ever listed out all your favorite characters in one like file and then try to determine if they're like have any common themes amongst them? Because when I saw mine, I'm just like, oh, they're just kind of like the quiet type who just wants to do good in the world. They're just that type. That's the type I go for, I guess. Oh man, I'm very curious to see what you guys say. Let's see. The protagonist. Yes, the protagonist type. But I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, no, that's right. I probably do like a lot of protagonist types. Yeah, no, you're right. I do like the protagonist type. Wow. God damn it. You clocked me, Crocs. How could you? You clocked me there. I just like the protagonist type. The male protagonist, I suppose.
I'm glad that we brought this subject up.
I know, me too. We're back on tropes.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
You were talking about the protagonist type. Is it by personality or by looks? Because I have a certain look at anime that is always like, it's always on the nose, and I'm like, God damn it, why? But for some odd reason, I don't know why, but like if there's a character who just wears the high thigh socks, right, and just
thigh highs, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like the sock, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that and has black hair. Immediately, I just like. I don't know why.
That's your type? Dark hair with thigh highs?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, elite taste. Don't get me wrong. That is incredible, impeccable taste right there. I'm with you. I love girls in thigh highs. But you just noticed that?
I noticed it like since like when I was watching like over the course of my animes, and then there's always that girl with the high
yeah. Is your type Comey?
Not gonna lie, yeah. She's so cute, you know.
I know. I mean, cute girls are cute. What can we say? Okay, so Zol says they like pink hair. Mine's are rare. Ajax like the goofies ones. Okay, very interesting. I'm trying to think. I don't know if mine has any particular hair color. There's only so many hair colors for male protagonists. They almost always have dark hair or white hair or blonde hair. Rarely like anything else. Very rare.
Yeah.
Right?
Kirito haircut.
Yeah, they have the Kirito hair. They basically have the Kirito haircut. It's always black, blonde, or brown. Brown, you know, that sort of thing. So maybe not by looks, but definitely the protagonist type tends to be. But yours, you claim it's by looks. It's always black hair and thigh highs. So there's something in your subconscious that you don't know.
You're like, ooh.
I'm trying to think. The ones I know, and ironically, the ones I tend to like are kind of short. I've just noticed. they're
See,
they're the
I can give you
shorties.
evidence right now. Right now, I can give you evidence because like there's
Okay.
a character in your screen that has the almost same look.
The short type.
No, like
Oh, the
on the
thigh
picture.
highs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that right now.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn it.
I mean, it's also because your most romantic comedies take place in school. Like they literally,
That's all.
they're literally in school majority of the time.
Which I kind of hate nowadays. I'm like, can it just not be a fucking high school romance? Can it just be like out of that environment? But I get it. But then there's some romance anime that I've seen that is out of like the school, and it does work. Like Golden Time is a good one, even though technically it's not. Like they're still in school, but they're in college, I think. And then there is there was one something about my coworker or something.
My coworker. Which one was that one? Let me see. My coworker. Romantic comedy.
I think it's just romance.
Oh, it's just a romance. Romance anime.
Yeah. It's the dude has like people have like powers and stuff. Oh, there it is. The ice guy and his cool female colleague.
What? Okay, one second.
Found it.
Oh, I haven't read this one, but I've seen people talk about this one.
That was good. I liked it.
You like that one? What did you like about it?
I don't know. The guy was super sweet to the girl, and he was like, he's like all shy and shit, and the girl was like super cool. Literally on the title.
Wow, I see I see. He's cool, but he's warm to her.
Exactly.
Interesting. Do you like that type when they're... I need to ask this of chat as well. Like, do you like it when they're nice to everyone, or do you like it when they're only nice to you? I need to know. I'm so
Only
curious.
Nice to me, because I'm that petty.
You're that petty. So a girl who's like nice to everyone, non-discriminatory, you're like, nah, fam. I prefer it like she's only nice to me.
Okay. Here's the thing. There's like, she can be nice, but like when it's just us, I need to see a level of expectation of being above that nice.
Wow. Okay.
If she's like not nice to everyone, I'll be like, okay, that's kind of odd. Why are you nice? Kind of like raises some alarms, you know.
I see. So you kind of like them in the middle, maybe?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Love is always hard for an otaku. Yes, short kings stay winning. Short kings do stay winning.
Have you watched Horimiya?
Yes, I love Horimiya. Although I think I like the male more than I like Hori. What's the guy's name? I forgot already.
Something with an M, I think.
Fuck.
Yeah. Miyamura?
Miyamura? Is his name Miyamura?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's a mixture of their two names. I was like, I know it's Mia something. So I think it's Miyamura. I definitely relate to Miyamura more than Hori. I think she can be a little too selfish sometimes when I read it. But that's the drama, I think. For me. Miyamura is the GOAT. I agree with that.
Adrian likes German girls. Get to note it.
Nice to everyone. Only nice to me. Because if she is nice to everyone, she loves you. It does make you feel like she loves someone else if she's nice to other people. I wonder, like, I would love like a scale. Like if I could like do a quiz or scale where it's like, okay, if you like them when they're only nice to you more than if they're nice to everyone, are you on average more jealous than like the quote unquote average person? And if you are, I guess, not as jealous, are you you're okay with them being more nice to everyone. I wonder if there's a correlation, or I could just be spreading bullshit. I just wondered. I want data on that one. I'm gonna mark that down for like a future like polling for a data set, and then I'm gonna send it over to my favorite sex worker and see if she can turn that into a query for people in that. But okay, I think that's very interesting. Let me think. For myself, I think I would prefer it if they were more nice to everyone, more chivalrous or like caring. Because I really like people who are very like it says a lot about someone when they can, their strength of character, when they're able to be nice to everyone. I think I kind of respect that type of personality more than a personality that's like only nice to me. For some reason, although I don't really mind either if it comes to that point, but I definitely prefer them if they were more nice to other people. I would prefer like they were more nice to other people, but they were much more spicy with me. Does that make sense? Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, as opposed to like, I don't know. But maybe it's because if I'm not around, I can trust like, oh, this person will take care of like their friends well, the people they work with well, and my family well, etc., etc. Because I think if they were like not nice to my friends, family, coworkers, you know, just general people, I would feel kind of weird about that. I wouldn't want that, I guess.
The test, just have the partner that you are seeing, just see if they're nice to the waiter. That's it. If they're not nice to the waiter, then ooh, that kind of like already is like immediately red flag.
Your fave what? I'm like negative jealous. Oh, me too. I'm also negative jealous. Oh, I'm more jealous. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there is some maybe correlation from our sample set of 2.
People are jealous.
But how spicy? Like the hot one spicy? Oh, I plead the 5th. Can I plead the 5th on that?
When we're talking about hot spicy, we're talking about spicy as in like they're whispering, you know, next to your ear, that type of spicy.
Oh, if they're so tantalizing. Oh my god, if they're really good at like stimulating another person. Oh, that gets me weak, I think. But they gotta be mindful about it. So for me, it's definitely like, it's both like a power play and also like it's a dynamic that you try to develop with someone that you're interested in. And I'm a slow burn, so I prefer a slower burn maybe compared to most people. I don't know. I have no way of like measuring that myself, but I like a very slow burn. But when you ramp up the heat, it's much more preferable for me, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to like, how do I say this without saying or giving away myself too much? That's kind of how I view it. I'm not looking at chat because I feel very embarrassed right now.
Don't look for it.
It's very embarrassing for me to admit that. Let's see.
I think not saying anything makes it worse. Then you're just confessing your sin. Simulating. I see a lot of information out of the stream. Something in other language, and then
Naruhodo. Oh no, I'm getting a naruhodo in chat. That's crazy.
Don't know what that is. I'm not
Don't write it down. Don't write it down. Don't tell people. That's embarrassing. I should have read chat. Should have ignored you guys. Anyway, moving on. So, okay, so that is a very like huge point of curiosity to me. So I meant like might be admitting too much of it. I have someone I really respect online, and she's like a pretty famous sex worker, right? She is like, She's very open about her work. I am like, very sex positive person in that regard. I don't judge people who do that kind of work. And what I really admire her most is for her dedication and work into like demystifying human sexuality and kinks and just in general. Like, I think she has a very curious mind. She's really into data, so she loves gathering a ton of data on like the human experience with sexuality, relationships, and all things like that. So I find her work fascinating, and she comes at it from such a radically different perspective from like being raised in a religious environment, and now she's in like sex work. And so like having kind of like these two perspectives that she's like had from growing up until her work now, and like how it can like shift the way you see things, and like I don't know, being vulnerable. Like I do think there's a degree of vulnerability it takes when someone has to hire a sex worker, right? As opposed to quote unquote going through a traditional route of like finding a relationship. And so I just find everything that she does extremely fascinating. All her write-ups are extremely fascinating. Maybe you guys would like to know about her, but her name is Ayla. I've always wanted to like interview her or like talk with her someday. That's one of my goals. It costs so much money to talk to her. I think it's like $800 an hour, and I'm not made of $800 an hour money. So until I get to that point, that's a pipe dream right now for me. That is a complete pipe dream. I don't know if I have $1,600 to like toss for 2 hours, but it would be invaluable to me if I could get that. I don't want to. Project Melody? Oh, it's not Project Melody, although I find Project Melody very interesting and I do consume her content. I do not want to be a sex worker. No, I would prefer definitely not, but I respect the hustle. I really do. Anyway, I derailed so fast from tropes. Ivan, save me! Ivan, save me!
All right, so one of the tropes that I do like, it's called the fake engagement.
Oh, what is that? Wait, say it again.
The fake engagement.
Like fake engagement, like we fake getting married or something else?
Something like it's either like a family or like it's like, oh hey, yeah, you're engaged to this person. Or it's either like, oh, let's get like this fake engagement type of thing, which I've been seeing it a lot more recently. There was like several anime titles. I forgot what was it called. Shoot, what was it? Okay, I'll just Google it.
Fake engagement which anime uses that a lot? Do you know?
The one that I just saw was 365 Days to Marriage, which the premise of the anime is about these two co-workers are working in the same company. The company is opening up a new branch, but it's far away and outside of the country, and they want to have the single or bachelorettes to go to that area because they have more free time compared to a married couple. So then these two co-workers are like, hey, we don't like the idea of going to that branch. Wanna have a fake marriage and just pretend the
whole those. Okay, I see. It's the one where it's like we're in a fake relationship, but it becomes a real relationship later on.
Exactly.
When would that ever happen?
It doesn't happen nowadays. It would be like I'm gonna present you to my family, so they won't judge me that I'm not like.
Not married.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting. So they get off your back about it.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Also, there's another anime called More Than a Married Couple, but Not Lovers. Which
Yeah.
I saw it. Pretty good. I
Yeah.
like it.
Oh man. Okay. So I would love to talk about fake engagement. That is a very interesting phenomenon in anime and manga. Do you like those?
Because of how like common it is right now, yes. Because of like
Okay.
this, like okay. I know. I'm pretty sure in the past they did it. I forgot what was it. What was it? It was a blonde girl. I forgot what was her name. But apparently that series ended horrible. But now it looks like it's resurfacing again, and I do like it based on those two series, because
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, we're not interested in each other, but we're in this fake relationship because we just don't want to do something.
Okay.
But then there's like this development of like these two odd people just coming together. Even if it's not like at the end of a relationship, it's like, oh man, they're having like this kind of like sweet moment together. I don't know. I kind of like that.
I think it's a very interesting constraint or premise to put onto the relationship. Like, we have to make this work to
Yeah, like,
other people.
oh. See, sometimes it doesn't work because I remember Rent a Girlfriend is like under that trope.
Yes,
So,
yeah. Ooh.
here's the thing. The reason why it's not working is because the MC is such an idiot. Oh, he's written to be an idiot. Because like I think all of the other like girls are like good and well written, but yeah, Kazuya is just man.
I'm trying to decide how I feel about fake engagements, or, being in a fake relationship that then quote unquote turns into a real one, and why it's so popular currently.
I forgot Spy Family as well.
Oh yes, that's true. That is also fake engagement. Yes, they are a fake family.
Yeah.
That is so true.
See, I kind of
Lloyd
like
and
it
yeah.
like, yeah.
I need to think about it. You keep telling me like you like it a lot. Can you tell me more about why you might like it? Do you want to be in a situation like that where you like get involved in a fake relationship that may potentially turn into a real one?
Maybe not IRL. I don't because I feel like if that was the case, I feel like that's a lot of problems.
Oh, that's a lot of problems. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
problems than it's worth, I guess.
Yeah, because then after that, you gotta introduce this fake relationship to like your family, or you don't, or your friends, and then the outcome is like, why am I in this relationship for? Right? Like, what are we faking? Is it for like some dumb reason? Is it for a right reason? Like, that's already a lot in my plate. Right? I just rather see like, oh, the drama, because I'm like, this is such unique take that it's so not norm to like what a romance anime is. But it's like, okay, fuck it, throw it in this category and just see if it works.
It kind of gives me what you call it, arranged marriage, but without the marriage, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think was kind of how a lot of things worked back in the day. You marry people not because you love them, but because they had resources and like their family is good and whatever, and they gave me goat and chicken.
Yeah, and a cow.
And a cow, yeah. So now I guess we're married, I suppose. We gotta make it work.
Rosa said, do you guys feel about the Dreaming Boys as a realist? Which one is that one?
Hydrate.
I heard of it. I heard of it. Hold on. Yes! Oh! I remember it! Yeah! I like this one!
Oh, I don't know this one.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
Alright, so the main pro tag,
yeah.
typical MC, right? Just likes this girl, and he is he is down bad for this girl.
Okay.
Really down bad.
Okay.
And then just one day, I think like a soccer ball just brushes him near his face, or it hits his face, or I don't remember the premise of it.
Mhm.
But doing that made him just forget ever have feelings for the girl that he's down bad for. He's just like, he is so numbed. He's like, oh yeah, okay, basically. And then the girl is like, why is this man not like? Why is he not like feel like just, I guess, chasing me right now? But then this, I don't know if it's kind of weird because I'm like, oh, this is different.
That's such a cute idea. No, it totally plays into human psychology.
Yeah, it does.
That is so interesting because, like, right, when they chase after you and then you have the control or the power, it's like, all right, I'm not that interested. But then when they become cold, you're like, oh, you get used to the attention or whatever. You're like, oh, why don't you like me? You try out.
Basically.
That's literally like one of the things in like art of seduction. That is a method of seduction, being hot and cold, which is horrible, by the way. But it's it works. It's very tantalizing. Oh wow! So is the series finished? Did they end up together or not yet?
So it's been such a long time, or I don't remember. I don't think the series finished. I know probably the light novel was done, but for the anime there was only 12 episodes.
Only did it end like, or it felt like you had to have a continuation, like a second season or something?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because I remember how it started and why I liked it, but if I don't remember the ending, that means either one or two things: either the show was bad or there's a continuation.
Ah, fascinating. Okay, that's very interesting. Huh. That's a great idea. They really took a common seduction task and turned it into a story. That's incredible. Okay.
Wait, they did end up together? Oh, shoot.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's great that they end up together. Okay. I mean, it is romantic. If they didn't end up together, wouldn't that be tragedy? Or just regular drama? I do feel like most romantic comedies, somebody ends up together. It never ends where like, all right, we separate, because then it's no longer romantic. It's just a drama.
Now I'm more curious. Chad, have you seen The Dangers in My Heart?
No, what is that? Yeah. Dangers in My Heart?
Yep, typical rom-com.
Oh, is it a short king? It's a short king.
It's a short king. Yep.
I'm living for short kings.
Not gonna lie, at first, I thought it was gonna be turning into a very, oh, this is not romance, what the fuck is this? And then it turns out to be one of the sweetest fucking shows.
Aww. He's the grumpy short dude. I love the grumpy short guy trope. I low-key. I definitely do love the grumpy shorty. They're my favorite as well.
That's the anime that I was trying to remember. Nisekoi. That's the one that ended bad.
Nisekoi.
Potential. Yeah. It's a very old one. False Love. Nisekoi False Love, I think that's what it's called.
I haven't watched Nisekoi, but I've heard of Nisekoi.
It was promising, and then I heard that it ended very bad.
Oh no. It's also a harem. Boo, harem.
But I think Your Lie in April is the best romance anime ever.
I do like Edward.
Oh, Your Lie in April. That is...
That's depressed.
Like but that is depressing right there. It's depressing sad. Oh, we're depressing happy and sad and full of emotions.
Oh, you like fairy tale, Drake. I have to watch Your Lie in April. I know I need a. I love things that twist me up inside, but I gotta be in the mood for it.
I can't watch it anymore. Like I feel like I get sad. Like immediately I'm like, oh come on, it's this episode and I know what happens this and this and then
Oh
everything pops.
no! Was Nisekoi really sad? I know you're no okay.
My Dress Up Darling, I like it. I like it. It changes the dynamic of like, oh hey, the guy doesn't have to be this stereotypic guy. He can sew and make all of these type of like clothing and stuff. I feel like the premise.
It's two people inspiring each other and stuff like that that just really hits for me. I think that's what love is, right? Just two people inspiring each other to live. I think that is love.
That is.
People overhype it, but I like it. For Fairy Tale, you mean, Adric? I'm still waiting for season 2 of My Dress Up Darling. I really enjoyed My Dress Up Darling too. Very cute series. Very cute couple. Kind of slice of lifey, but with like a nerdy aspect to it. They both like are obsessed with this thing. Cosplays and making like cosplay. I meant for My Dress Up. Really? For My Dress Up Darling. Oh. I didn't finish it. I know it's completed. I didn't finish it. I only read maybe 1 or 2 books. I haven't watched it either, so. Weeb of Life. I need to catch up with anime. I just don't watch anime like that, to be fair.
Tough nowadays.
I know. I know. Like, how much anime do you think you consume in a year? I'm lucky if I get 2 seasons of something.
Man, it really depends, because I'm like, because there's so much. I'm like, right now I'm just watching Blue Box.
Blue Box or Blue Lock?
No, Blue Box. It's about this sport. It's not the soccer one. It's about a girl in a basketball team and the guys in a badminton team. And I guess there's something of a certain love around there. Who knows? I'm just watching it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Only episode 3, but yeah, that's the case. And apparently the girl is now living with the MC because the family's away. So now he's like, oh shoot, she's living with me. Oh shoot, all of this stuff is gonna happen, which I'm waiting for. Because episode 3 already, the guy was already being jealous because the typical upper senior, right, who was in his Batman team.
I wish I could
to the girl that he likes.
I wish I could just download anime into my brain like directly and like scrape it with my brain processor and just like understand it as quickly as possible because I don't have time to watch anime. I'm so sad. I gotta make it a thing to do is to watch more anime. So if you were to tell me to get back into watching romantic comedies, Ivan, which one should I start with?
Because I like Snafu, that one.
Snafu.
Unless you've already seen it.
No, I haven't seen much of it.
I will personally say watch it because it's the anime that I feel like it's so good that like the first season I'm gonna say there's like no romance, right? But then season 2 is where the change begins. And I kind of like that it's like, okay, we don't have to like develop this whole first season of like romance and then season 2 there's gonna be like there's gonna be romance and stuff like that, but it's like a gradual of like shift. And then season 3 is where everything is all coming together. I think season 1 it established the characters. Season 2 is the the challenges they face, and then season 3 is the final act.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna make like Adric, and I'm going to have an HDMI port in my ear so I can watch it somehow. So, because you probably watch anime subbed, right, Ivan?
I watch it both nowadays.
Oh,
It's
you
either
watch dub and subbed.
or dub. Yeah. If,
Wow.
if
Okay.
if there is a dub, then I'll watch that instead because I'm too lazy to now read now.
But reading is faster.
Reading is faster, but then sometimes I'm like I want to do some other stuff as well. So like, yeah. But then like if there's like no dub, then I'll watch it sub. Cause like I know Blue Box there is no dub yet, so I'm watching it sub, so I really don't mind.
I had to start watching dub last year for Dr. Stone because otherwise I could never like go through it. I just can't read. I'm busy. I can't read the subtitles. So I usually like to like watch stuff while I'm working, and like I have to pay attention while I'm working. So I can't read things while I'm working. So it's like, all right, I gotta listen to them. So I end up listening to Dr. Stone more than I've seen Dr. Stone. Which is probably bad. I want to see it visually, but I can't pay attention to work like that. I don't know how you do it, Zol, but you watch a lot of anime in your downtime. So I guess you just have to make it a priority. I haven't made anime a priority in a long time, I will say. I'm still wondering if... I'm still thinking back to the trope that we were stuck on before, which was the fake engagement. Was there another type of trope that you were thinking of talking about, Ivan?
The drama that happens at the culture festival.
Oh, the culture festival. Okay. Tell me about culture festivals. And welcome in, Cypher.
I don't know.
I don't like taxes.
Okay, for some odd reason, I just like the drama that happens during that event. It's maybe because, like, to us, it's just like we never experienced a culture festival or equivalent to a culture festival. Like me growing up, I never experienced anything.
Same.
Like that.
It's very Japanese.
Yeah, it's very Japanese, so maybe that's why I'm like so laser focused to it. I'm like, yeah, culture festival, let's go. And I do like there's like the element of some drama over there.
Okay, interesting. So you like you like the level of drama, but what's the gripe about it? I don't understand your gripe.
Well, no, because there's always like something that's happening around that time. Like in Love is War, where I forgot what was the main protagonist, where he put like this big giant event during the culture festival, and I'm like, yo, that is the most romantic thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I mean, it's true. When a culture festival happens, right, they usually pull each other into the empty classroom, confess their feelings, or kiss or something, and then they start dating from there, usually.
It's true. Also, there is that one specific series that is called School Days that something happens in the culture festival, which is, oh boy.
The pregnancy thing?
I don't know, it's not the pregnancy thing. It's something else. Something else.
I haven't watched all of School Days.
Yeah, no, something not good happens in the culture festival for one specific.
Interesting. Now I should watch School Days. It's because School Days kind of scared me a little bit. I don't know. When I saw...
Oh, yeah, I saw it too. I'm like, this is not a fucking romance.
It's not. It's a horror. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It kind of scared me. So I was like, all right, I don't think I should continue watching School Days.
Yeah,
so I never finished.
Horror. I love horror. Horror is like if it's not romance, I'm like, okay, horror it is.
That's fascinating to me. So you like horror series. So a horror romantic comedy, there must exist quite a few. Usually,
it's called School Days.
No, more than just School Days. There's definitely like those in like the zombie trope, right? They play like the reverse harem zombie apocalypse horror mixed with romance. drama,
I mean,
comedy.
I guess it could be some romance somehow. Let's see.
Dub
And
quality
then,
has been improving a lot. I agree with that.
yeah,
Dubs are getting better.
Nowadays, I feel like dubs are better, are getting much better. Because I remember around the 2000s, they were alright. I mean, obviously Dragon Ball Z, should I say, and then Full Metal Alchemist, there were some good quality dubs over there.
Frozen has a hot take.
Ooh, okay.
It's so they say, have you guys ever watched Can a Boy and Girl Friendship Hold Up? Is that a series? So Can a Boy and Girl Friendship Hold Up? And then
I think
no,
it's
it
just
can't.
general. I think in general.
Really?
Like, are we talking about like anime or are we talking about in general? Like, I mean,
General, and then the anime. Have you seen this anime? Or I never heard of this anime before. It must be new.
I don't think so. I think it could be in general. I don't know. I think
It's new.
it's it's the anime. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, I have not seen this. Nope.
I have not seen this either. It
From this season? Oh,
yeah, it's very new.
I can't watch new stuff because I can't even.
Oh, there's
so
only
much-
2 episodes out, or
Well, we know that the blue hair girl is gonna lose immediately.
when they fall in love first. if we are making just a decision when we look at these 2 characters without knowing anything about the series, who do you think falls first?
The guy.
You think the guy falls first? I have no. I'll put my money on the girl.
No, it's definitely the guy. He's weak. I can tell.
You can tell. You think you think the guy's weak.
He's giving me MC protagonist that
That falls first?
The window. Yeah.
So it's like the girl takes interest first, but the guy falls harder, or something like that.
Please let there be the case.
You think so?
I hope so. Oh, dude, they're making the blue hair girl be more appealing. That's the sad part.
Let's see.
Is she gonna win, guys? Is she the one? Is she gonna break the cycle?
I think my opinion is that there's some underlying thing that's going to stop it. You're going to end up developing feelings for that person, because what is a girlfriend if not your girl best friend, right? I don't think so, Adric. I don't know if I agree with that at all, actually. Ivan, what do you think? Do you think like you'll develop feelings for a girl because they're your girl best friend? I guess that's more natural. But I don't think I would not necessarily agree with that, per se.
Man, that is tough. That's really tough. Cause like I mean, there has to be like a boundary, right? Of like, oh hey, we are not gonna see each other, but I still feel like I want to be part of your life, right? And that could still happen if there's like a honest conversation, right? That's the way I feel, because like I'm not saying that it's not ever gonna happen, but there is a possibility of like you could still just be very good friends. I feel like there has to be a conversation for that, because then it does end up later down the road of like, oh shoot, what are these feelings, right? And it could happen to either or. It's just like whoever feels them first. It's more of like, oh shoot, now what?
I'd like to believe that one can be purely platonic. Yeah, I'd like to believe that. I don't know if that's always the case, but I'd like to believe it. Right?
I mean, it's difficult.
Is it though?
It kind of is, because like Oh man, because that's if we're going just by experience. For me, I would say there's always gonna be a person who's gonna develop that feelings, but then you gotta have to like talk about it, right? I feel like you gotta talk about it, and then from there on is like, well, now what? Because like I will like to believe like maybe there is like oh they could still be friends.
I mean, I feel like I'm a living example of one. I have a guy best friend, and we have been very clear we have never been interested in each other. and 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 we've been friends for a very long time. And that has never been an issue. I guess it's just cuz you know, you need a lot of things, I think, when you are interested in a partner. You need a combination of, well, if you are of this type, you need sexual attraction. Maybe you need emotional attraction. You need mental attraction. You need physical attraction. And you need romantic attraction. Because physical and romantic is not always the same. And so.
To follow Frozen.
Oh, which one?
Frozen just followed me.
Oh, okay, I see. Sorry. Oh my God, my brain, whenever I hear you talk, I'm just like, oh, I need to lock in or I'm not going to catch it.
Don't worry.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I do think that's why it's pretty hard to get all of it in one person, at least in my head. So while I can objectively think a lot of my best friends are physically attractive, I don't find them romantically attractive. I'm not interested in building a quote unquote romantic life with them. I think there is something very like vastly different between those two things. And so that's why for me, I think it's an easier answer, but I can see where it can blur the lines for people who are, in particular, they have, they're demisexual, where they develop a feeling or like they develop romantic attraction or sexual attraction towards someone they have an emotional connection with. And so I'm not built like that. And so I don't really understand that myself, but I can kind of get it from afar. I think it makes more sense to be like that versus to be someone like me. so maybe that's the key issue I'm witnessing here. I don't know. I just think it's so different, and I feel like I'm living proof of that. Although in general, from what I've seen, from the stories I've heard, yes, majority of the time it is quite confusing when you are best friends with someone of the sex of which you are attracted to. It can be quite confusing because it's blurry. Let's just put it that way. Love is very blurry, so I get it. I don't know. I don't know if that made any sense what I said whatsoever, but yeah, that's kind of how I think about it.
It makes sense. Question: what else comes?
Physical or romantic attraction? That depends on the person.
I can agree with Adrian on that. It could depend, and it could go either or.
Normally, I'd say physical, but not always. True love is blind.
I think, yeah. I mean, it really depends. That's the thing, because like, you can be physically attracted to a person, but not romantically.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's so true. There are so many beautiful, gorgeous people. The world is chock full of them. Doesn't mean you want a relationship with all of them, right?
I can acknowledge when a person is hot.
Yeah, same.
Right? Am I gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking marry that person? I'm like, nope, I just know that you're hot and you're like above average or something like that. I don't know.
Love is kind of romantic for me. I just kind of fall and then I realize they're pretty. Oh, so like they grow in attractiveness to you as you fall in love.
I thought that was the question, as in like, it was more of like, do you see like the person first attractive and then develop feelings, or is it more of like the feelings and then you see them? Oh, okay, now they're more attractive now that I see these feelings. Because that has happened to me.
What I'm
Right,
definitely learning is that we all have different desires. Love is a B-29 of ordnance, full of ordnance with 3 engines down and a fire in the cockpit. And if you landed, you get all the happiness in the world. And yet, what is the end of love but loss sometimes, right?
That's true. When you're attracted to someone, they become hotter physically. It's crazy. Yeah, it is.
That is true. That is true. I think, like, I think I discussed it in chat with you guys before, where, like, if their personality is amazing, they get, like, +5 on the, like, attractiveness scale. They just become so much hotter because of their personality. It's like a winning comment. But if they have, like, a really terrible personality, that's a huge detractor. They become uglier.
Bro, they just become ugly.
Dude, they do. If they have a bad personality, like, oh no. maybe don't talk.
Imagine chat, your significant other is so kind to the waiter.
I mean, that is the common mark of, like, kindness, right? People are like, oh, if you're not kind to the waiter, then I might not want to be with you.
Yeah, red flag.
Some girls love the bad side of a boy, though. Which girls? I want to talk to these girls. I do think, like, the illusion of liking the bad traits of a boy, or quote unquote, a bad traits of a person, is the idea that you want to be special to them so that they'll treat you differently. So, like, oh, they're bad to everyone else, but they're nice to me. So there's, like, you can change them. Kind of like that's the thinking, which I think is a horrible trap to fall into. I would not suggest falling for that trap. But yeah, of course, I think bad boys are really popular. But probably because they want to be treated special. They want to be the exception to the rule. They want to be the one that is treated differently out of everyone else. And I think that's very human to want to be special, especially with someone you're interested in. So I don't know. I think that's everybody, though, right? But why is it more overtly feminine to think that way? I don't know why. Is it because of media? They force feed that shit down our throat. Girls love bad boys. I highly disagree. Honestly, I like nice, kind people. I don't like the bad boy type. So I don't know. I'm just speaking from my own experience, I guess. Ivan, do you like bad girls?
Fine as a bad girl.
Like the female equivalent of a bad boy. Was that a bad definition?
Really? Not really. Because when I think about a bad boy, I'm like, okay. I think about all of this, like, thing of, like, okay, he's, like, fucking ripped, jacked, and popular, and I'm like, okay, he has, like, this goddamn, like, aura and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know. But then, I don't know. I see what the bad boy thing is, but then I'm like, okay, like, I get the whole appeal of, like, yeah, girls like bad boys, but is it, like, bad boys because, like, they're doing all this bad
boys. What you gonna do when they come for you?
Or is it they like the bad ass of that guy?
Oh, I see.
Right? Because, bro, I could be because I'll say it, I like to wear my fucking leather jacket because it looks fucking badass, and then if I go to, like, make it look kind of unique, I feel so fucking confident and cool. I'm like, hell yeah, I rock my fucking...
But you're not a bad boy!
Yeah, but I like to dress one.
That's true. No, that's fair. It's an aesthetic, right? It's more... I guess, are we attracted to the aesthetic, but actually inside they're like puppy dogs or something like that? To that effect.
I've seen the Vampire Diaries. I know what you guys are talking about.
Yes, that's right. So you like it. So, okay, Frozen says, I mean, they want the boys to be mean to them. I want to talk to these girls. Do you like when boys are mean to you? I want to know. I want to know so bad. I don't. In my own group of friends, I have not met a single lady who likes it when a man is mean to them. So I don't know. I'm trying to imagine. I'm sure people exist where they like being teased. They like being, I guess, quote unquote, they like the meanness. I think that's just like reframing the I can fix him sort of. I don't know. The ones who generally like the mean, I think they're just masochistic. So, and that's what they like. And then you can't really change them. And I think that's okay. I just don't think it's very common, like one would assume. I just don't find that to be the common case or average of most people. They seem to be more that seems to be more of like a fringe type of person in my mind. But so Ivan, you seem to, because you said you like girls who wear thigh highs apparently with dark hair, but they don't fit the bad girl aesthetic. Do you like the bad girl aesthetic?
I mean, okay. The aesthetic, yes, because like the whole like leather pants or like leather jacket and stuff like that. Hell yeah.
Oh, so you like the cool, so you like how it looks.
Yeah, the look, I don't know, I just like that. Hey, girl, if you have a leather jacket, that's it. I like you.
A woman wrote 50 Shades of Grey, and the woman that directed American Psycho casted herself as one of the women the protagonist murdered. So I think there's something out there, but most girls probably don't like that. Yeah, the latter is probably true. The ones who really enjoy that, I mean, I love to see it. I'm here for it. I think to some certain degree, when you're able to, I don't know, be yourself creatively and like take risks in putting your fantasies out there to reality, I think that's very interesting because no matter what, it's still a movie, right? It's not real. And so it's the fantasy of wanting to be quote unquote unalived, I guess. And the ones who actually do it, well, we don't really hear much about them, mostly. But they would be such an interesting psychological case study. Can I meet these people? Can they tell me more? But then I think I would be traumatized, so I don't know. I may be traumatized if I listen to someone like that. So maybe not. So I don't know. I'm torn between my curiosity and like, oh, what if I'm traumatized by like listening to them talk about their fantasies? So that is why I do not go into like FBI services or things like that as a career, because I think I would just lifelong trauma. What is a bad girl aesthetic? I think that's what Ivan said, which is, Ivan, you said like with the leather jacket, right? And like the dark look and the dark makeup, the tough girl aesthetic, I guess.
Yep. Kind of like in the blur between being like a goth girl ish, not fully, but almost heading towards there.
But wouldn't it be much more fascinating when you find a bad girl who dresses like completely opposite of what the bad girl aesthetic is? Like they're so mean and evil, but then they dress like, I don't know, like a hobo. I don't know. Well, how would they dress? They're so bad and evil, but they dress in a different way.
Okay, no, I thought of something else completely.
Yeah.
I thought you meant to say as in like completely different, as in like kind of nice and kind of like cutesy, and I guess, or like not cutesy, but like guess feminine. I guess like more of like the princess type of style ish. I thought that's where you were heading, and I'm like, oh no, no. Then I get more fear because of that. But if you're like, oh, just like casual clothing, I prefer that then.
A casual clothing, yes. I would say casual clothing. Something about that?
Hold on, I'm just reading your chat right now.
Yeah, I mean, I see there's some interesting questions. So Rez is like, put their brain in a jar and study them, yes. But does femme fatale vibe, is that the bad girl aesthetic? That's a very interesting question.
I don't know what that is.
Femme fatale is like, I think like, what's her name? Jessica Rabbit.
I don't know who Jessica.
Oh, maybe. Okay, you haven't seen Jessica Rabbit? You should definitely Google a picture of her. She looks like she devours men for breakfast. It's just, she's dripping with sexuality, very womanly, no girlishness, very sensual. She's a cartoon character, yeah.
Oh, okay, I've seen her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's usually, I think, when I think of femme fatale, I would say Jessica Rabbit's femme fatale. She just exudes sexuality, femininity, but in like a womanly way, kind of like very dominant in a way, sexy overall.
Right. Yeah, yeah, she is. She is very, very hot. But yeah, I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go for you wouldn't say that's
No.
the bad girl type.
I mean, no, it does look like a bad girl, but for me, personally, I want to go for her.
For a femme fatale. I see.
Yeah.
I mean, judging from your taste in anime, I could tell you prefer the cute girl. I can see that you like cute girls versus sexy girls.
Exactly. And I'm reading both mine and Restless. So.
It has been hard to keep up with chat. I'm very sorry, guys. But I am reading messages when I can. I think I've gotten at least 90-80%, but I have ADHD brain, so I forget to answer or respond because I'm trying to stay on topic with Ivan.
Delphi says something about looking to look up Sandy's transformation. That's the closest reference. Sandy who?
Who is Sandy? Like Sandy the squirrel from SpongeBob? Oh, you mean from Greece? Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like that. I agree. Yeah.
That's what I visualized, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the bad girl aesthetic. I hate that they call it bad girl, but I know what they mean. She a baddie, she a 10. I also am of the cute. I ascribe to the cute girl aesthetic, but I like all of them. I think there is much love to be had for all forms of self-expression. So I don't know. I guess I like the bad girl aesthetic on a girl other than me. I think if I look tough, it'd be like it would completely betray me. It wouldn't make absolutely any sense if I looked like a bad girl. I don't even know if I could pull it off. I think you, Ivan, I know because you try to dress like more like kind of cool and like kind low key but kind of fashionable. I think it works for you. I don't think it works for me.
For what? Oh.
You wear the leather jacket and like you keep things kind of like trim and tidy, you know?
Yep. That's me. I've been not gonna lie, I've been working like my outfits for like a good while. So like,
oh, you have? Proud of you.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I cannot be wearing any more graphical t-shirts. I mean, I could, but like outside. And if I do, it has to be like at least somewhat of a combination.
I think it's great that you can put effort into a fit, you know, instead of like.
Dude, I like it. That's the only time I'm like, yes, I did it. I feel great. Like today's gonna be an awesome day. Just to go outside, like, because if I just go to work, yeah, I'll do a little bit, but like I know for a fact I had to put on my fucking like t-shirt or whatever.
Mm.
Had to be required. So like the fit doesn't really, I really don't care. But once I'm like hanging out, and like yeah, I'll put the extra effort, right? Depending on my mood, like do I want to go with long sleeves?
Right.
What do I want to go with like a button-up shirt, and then if it's cold and I don't want to wear a jacket, then I just put it like a sweater over it.
Mm-hmm.
I go like all casual like, and then depending on the color, like what matches with what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Shigo a bad girl aesthetic? I just saw that question from Krogs. I wanted to address that one. What do you think of Shigo? Is she bad girl aesthetic?
Wait, who is Shigo?
She's from King Possible. She's the green-haired lady. I mean, not the green-haired. She's like the black-haired lady with a green outfit.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen Kim Impossible, so that's why. Oh wow! In some like images, she looks kind of cute.
She is so cute, but she a baddie. She a 10. And such a baddie is with a goofy guy. So like, she's with someone so goofy. I mean, they do say opposites attract, right?
Yeah. Like I said, that guy is Loki. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that, like a bunch of people have like a childhood crush
on Shigo. Yeah, a lot of people had a childhood crush on Shigo. She's very popular. I think when I think of that, I just think some people just love the tough girl. I gotta say, they're definitely very attractive. Gotta love a good tough girl. She gives me like Buttercup, you know. Like, there's like the 3 types. You have Blossom, main girl, Bubbles, ditzy girl, and then you have Buttercup, tough girl.
So Frozen said, "How do you feel when the loner MC gets the popular girl?"
Ooh, Ivan! I know you have a hot take for this one.
I mean, it's not really of a hot take. I mean, some instances, it really depends on the story of how it's laid out, to be perfectly honest, with me, obviously. But, like, sometimes, I'll say it, sometimes I wish that the secondary character gets a little bit more love compared to the, to the main girl, sometimes. But it really depends, right, on, like, the character as well. That's just me.
I'm trying to think of it in the reverse as well. Like if it was the loner MC girl who gets the popular guy. And that's also a very common one for both in a lot of series. I do see that in the romantic comedies, and then I see that are catered towards men, and then are the ones catered towards women. I don't know how I feel about it. 100%. I think it both fascinates me and it both rubs me the wrong way. I don't know how to feel about it at all. It's kind of like it's so common in movies, it's so common in these series, but what I don't like about it, it's like it's almost like MC is an alien when in fact she's just a girl and he's just a guy. You know what I mean? she's just a girl and he's just a guy. And what's so special about being the most popular, and what's so special about being the new girl, or the introverted one, or the loner? And it spins on these like stereotypes of people that I don't necessarily love, right? Like they're outcasted types. And yes, absolutely, a lot of people feel outcasted, and I don't want to deny or invalidate that experience. I don't know. I feel it feels disingenuous sometimes, I guess, somewhat. It feels a little.
For me, it's just a story. For me, it's the story. I'm like, okay, let's see. Why is the character a loner? Why is this girl popular? Is she popular just by looks? Is she popular because she did something at the school, right?
Yeah, or like she sticks out because she's new, or like she's weird, or I don't like playing into those things, I guess. Even though it exists all around me, I don't. I'm just someone who likes feeling like we're all kind of more similar than we are different. And so I guess it kind of scares me when like, oh, I'm treated like an alien.
I got it.
Oh, meow.
Okay, it's because she's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, no, for me it depends on the story. It really depends on the story. If we're talking about we're talking about like an anime, because like Dangerous is My Heart, that's considered that, where the short king is kind of like a loner, and he does get with the popular girl, but then it's more of the girl is actually chasing him, where he's more of like,
it's usually the
about,
popular
like,
people who chase the loner,
is it really?
Yeah, I would
That
say
was
so.
more- See, that's where the romantic comedy comes in, because then
Oh, thank you for the
There's, like,
raid, Lady Ruin. Hello.
a
Welcome in, Raiders. Let me shout out Lady Ruin. Thank you. Welcome in, Raiders. I really appreciate it. I was lurking in your stream earlier yesterday. I knew you had a long stream, but welcome in. We're talking about anime tropes, and right now we're talking about whether lonely MC, what our thoughts are on lonely MCs getting together with like the most popular character. We eepy.
Oh no, it's very.
If you have to go sleep, eepy, go eepy, Lady Ruin. Thank you so much. Yes, when are the
very
chickens
important.
hatching? I may try and get a cam set up on them, but we shall see. Yes. Gotta stream again soon, Lady Ruin. Thank you. Oh, and you were playing Cult of the Lamb, I see. That is a very fun series. I saw a lot of videos on Cult of the Lamb. Seems very fun. Chicken cam. I'm not sleepy, eepy. I don't think I'm eepy brain. You're eepy brain. Okay.
Eepy brain, I get it.
Eepy brain. You know what usually gives me a shot of adrenaline in my brain is like I go wash my face with cold water. No, not coffee. Coffee makes me sleepy.
Coffee is great.
Coffee is great.
Oh, okay. I was about to say like, but I've seen like an anime called Gamers where the lonely dude is like being pursued because of the girl, but then the only reason why he's getting pursued, it's like the same thing in reverse psychology, is that because he rejects her from joining the gaming club because he doesn't want to play competitive games. So he just leaves, and he's so oblivious as fuck. And I'm like, okay, I get it. They're trying to make this lone loser's like, yeah, I don't need this. I could just do whatever I want.
Yes, wash your face with coffee, Lady Ruin. That's funny. It will definitely wake you up.
Yeah, infuse your eyeballs with caffeine. Yeah.
Make sure it's cold coffee. You got to do that cold coffee plunge.
Some iced coffee.
Yes, yes. And then, you wake up at 3 a.m., you get your cold coffee plunge, and then you go to the gym, and then you start your day. But, what the fuck was that routine that was like trending on Twitter for a while? That was a funny one. But yeah, so you like it when how did you feel about that? You're okay with that trope? It's a very common trope.
I was okay with it just because, like I said, he was the short king, so I'm like, yeah, he finally love for the short king in an anime.
I love the short kings. I don't know. It kind of feels like picking up a black cat, right? Like you have the golden retriever girl going after the black cat MC or vice versa. Very common for sure as a trope. I don't know. I feel weird about it sometimes. Although I used to eat that shit up when I was growing up. So,
to me, it was more of like, okay, it depends on the story. It really depends on the story. Because like at the end of the day, it's just like, oh, it's the same thing, popular girl, yada yada, gets with the uncool guy, whatever. And there's always a cool guy that's trying to make a move. And then I think, what was it? Something about, have we watched something? Oh, Frozen says something about anime called World's End Harlem.
I have to look that up, but I have one last thing to say about why I don't like the other trope. Lonely MC gets the popular type. It's because it's so predictable, the story usually.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, I just realized that's definitely why I don't love it, because it's always so predictable. They get together because something about MC, the loner MC, is so interesting to the popular MC, the popular love interest, and so they like something about the loner male MC makes them more attractive because of this strangeness to them, because they're so different from everyone else. And then they go through the trials and tribulations, like they feel jealousy or insecure, the drama, the aspect of it. And then they go off and like they try and get through it. People judge them. There are jealous side characters, and then they go off to college and they're still together and are happy and have a good time. That is usually how it goes. And so I don't know, it's very boring. I need something fresh.
I've seen that anime. Well, Yaramon Code at level 100. Yeah,
I love that series.
I liked it.
I love that series. Yamada and level 999. That one's very cute.
But Kat, if you really like a good rom-com that will it's funny, right? There is comedy. I mean, there is obviously comedy. If you like a romance and just that level of comedy that is just so ridiculous, yeah, Gamers is a good one.
They're not like other girls. Yes. And not that I have too big of a problem, but it gives that, and it can be like, really? I'm into villainous stuff. Oh my god. That's such a big trope. I don't know if that's common for romantic comedies catered towards guys, though. It's very common right now for girls. Ivan, do you know the villainous trope?
No, I don't know. What is it?
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. The villainous trope is an isekai trope in a lot of stories.
That explains it.
Yes.
I watch isekai a lot.
Oh, you don't watch a lot of isekai?
No.
No? Okay. Can you imagine what the tropes are for the villainous then? Like if you had to guess?
I guess someone's a villain-ish. I don't know. That's the only hint that I'm getting from. But
okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so usually in the villainous trope, they come back into a story where they become the character that is supposed to be a villainous in the storyline. But then they end up not wanting to die, because usually the villain always dies in the story. So what they're trying to do is they want to survive, and in order to survive, they either try to like subvert expectations of what a villainess is supposed to do, and then they end up commonly becoming like a Mary Sue. They become more nice, more wholesome, and so the male lead tends to like the villainess over the initial storyline, which is where they're supposed to like the female MC. They end up liking the villainess, and that's the storyline for the villainess.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so it's literally the devil's a part-timer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Got it. But going in. Okay. Got it. Okay.
That's fine. I don't know how it would be like if they had that version before, like guy-centric stories, right? Because then it would be like, oh, I reincarnated as a villain in this story, but now I'm trying to escape, or whatever the long title would be. That would be very funny though, if the guy is supposed to be the villain and then they're the one who ends up with the female lead. That would be funny. But I don't know if it's as interesting. Would you read that kind of series, Ivan? Would you read a series where a guy reincarnates and is the villain, but now they want to survive because they don't want to die in the story, and they end up with the female lead?
Yes, because I feel like there is humor in that gap of like, I mean, it doesn't have to be humor, but I feel like there would be some kind of humor, because they did excellent with the There Was a Part-Timer, right? So if I was to watch like another form of series like that, then I'll be like, okay, okay, so this villain is now trying to stay alive, right? And going through these like events of he's trying to stay alive. Then what does he become? Does he become something else? Does he lower himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, does he strip away his power? Can he strip away his power? Right? If does falling in love with the person that was supposed to defeat him, is that gonna like change the outlook of everybody else? Does it not? It just, there's a lot of factors, and I do like about that.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer the question, yeah, I would.
Oh, maybe it's time we develop a series around that idea. Or it might already exist. I just haven't heard about it yet.
I'm pretty sure it exists.
I'm also pretty sure it exists. That they basically exhausted. Well, not really, but there's so many of them. It has to be out there. It's kind of like Redo of Here. You'd watch that one, lady? Or me too.
Redo of a Healer?
I have not watched that. Redo of Healer. Let me Google that. Oh, of Revenge and Fury. Let me see the synopsis. Oh, it has rape in it. What?
Oh no, it's Goblin Slayer all over again. Just different.
Kiyaru is exploited. Ooh, oh no. So it's kind of dark with a horror. So it's dark fantasy. Okay. This sounds very interesting. I wonder if I would like it. Let me see. I have to give it a read. I'll give it a read.
See, I wouldn't mind, because it is like dark fantasy. So I'm like, okay, at least I can stomach that at least.
It's a hentai? The cover looks like a hentai. The cover definitely looks like a hentai.
Honestly, when I first saw it, I'm like, is this like a visual novel?
Oh, you watched it already? Haven't you watched it already?
No, I didn't. No, when I first saw it, I thought it was a visual novel just because of the art.
Oh, from
like,
seeing the
art,
images.
Yeah, the art style, it looks very visual novel.
It does kind of look visual novel-y. Yeah, that's true. A horny visual novel? Oh my god!
just because it's almost a hentai does not make it. It's when you say that, it doesn't make it better. Just say it's a hentai at this
It's
point.
almost hentai.
That's
It
like
go-
me saying. That's like me saying RedTube isn't a quote unquote, site.
No. It's like Reddit being called almost a porn site. You know what I mean? It has that element, but it's not mainly a porn site, so it's not a porn site. That's Reddit. So yeah, okay. There's one about a man who becomes a Dark Lord or something. Oh, you gotta tell me the titles. I need titles, girls.
Is it Overlord? No, that's something else. I don't know. I feel like I heard it somewhere.
Overflow is a hentai, but it has an anime part.
Of course, the title says it all.
Oh no title. Okay.
Oh,
I have a question for you, Ivan.
Yes.
Would you consider Reddit a porn site? Or is it almost a porn site?
Here's the thing. I don't know too much of Reddit, so I wouldn't know a lot. All I know is a Reddit is like just like, hey, go to Reddit if you are looking for like answers for something. So I'm like, oh, it's like askme.com.
Reddit has so much that I could never really classify it as one. But it has plenty of it. So I don't know. But it wouldn't be so. It would not. It would surprise nobody that they obviously banned that in schools.
Now Twitter.
Is Twitter a porn site, or is Twitter the front page, the internet's front page? I give that to Reddit. Honestly, can't even it's no contest for me. But Twitter also.
Jeez, the amount of stuff I see on Twitter, I'm like, why is this still up?
I'm still lucky. My Twitter is still mostly clean. Mostly. But it has gotten way worse as time has gone on. And I just started using Twitter again this year. It has gotten much worse.
Instagram is one though, and TikTok. See, I feel like Instagram is more now like a dating app at that point. I don't know why.
Oh, Instagram is a dating app. That's so true. It basically kind of is.
Yeah, because for me, literally, I'm only there to see like the surrounding areas that where I live, because there's some stores I follow. Because I'm like, oh hey, they're posting a new game, or like a gaming store that someone did a trade for like a bunch of DS games, and I'm like, if I can save money, I could buy one of those DS games.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not that, it's probably like food, restaurants or anything like that. And that's basically it. And obviously, like following like content creators and stuff. But like that's it. I don't use it as much. Even TikTok, I don't use TikTok as much either.
I feel like
I'll open it in a blue moon, but that's basically it.
wow, that's very interesting. I'm trying to think, because you said Instagram as a dating app, and I was like parsing through my brain, but I can totally see it working as a dating app 100 million%. But someone said is a dating app. Why don't they add the dating app functionality to it? Or does that ruin the element of Instagram? They could totally have added that. You think it probably ruins it? I guess.
Yeah, because I remember using Instagram way before. It used to be more of like kind of like a photography type of like app ish, where you use a bunch of filters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember for Instagram, because I was trying to work on my photography skills.
It totally lost the sauce. It's no longer a photography website.
Yeah, it's no longer anymore. It's just a bunch of people and food and other stuff. But for me, it's food.
Me too. It's mostly food and crafts and art on my Instagram. Mostly. Ash. You know what's so funny? I think Instagram, in my experience, has way more porn on it than TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not seen anything.
Really?
I've seen like probably lewd content creators like that, but like not to the level of like anything.
I follow a
Like,
bunch of meme pages and they get hacked all the time. So it's constantly being derailed.
No, I see more from Twitter, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't even done anything, and they're giving me all this shit.
I see more corn definitely on IG, but on TikTok I don't see as much. Or maybe because my For You page doesn't cater that to me. But what do you get on your For You page, Ivan, when you do go on TikTok? What's the meta for you?
It's mostly the guy from Papa John's who's giving me inspirational stories and speeches, and then it's you.
Wait, really? It's me?
Yeah, wait, let me open it up.
Hold
on.
I'm on your For You page? That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure last time I just didn't really swipe as much. Okay, there's a lot of top halal cards, NYC.
How to increase population? You breed them in the game.
Ad workout thing For You page, right?
Yeah. So you're getting gym stuff.
Yeah, and then some Valorant stuff.
Oh, you get Valo content? Interesting.
Yeah. And then there you go.
I show up on your timeline. Yo, good friend TikTok.
Yeah, because then before that it's just card opening or card selling, and then it's you just playing Pokemon TCG. And you pulled a Zapdos EX.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Holy shit, that's funny.
I'll do.
Oh my god.
My TikTok is very just like, it's not like too terrible or it's not too bad. It's just like,
Scalpy just gets brain rot on her TikTok. It's crazy. I be seeing other people's TikTok. I'm like, why is your For You page like this? Let's see. Oh, you get Italian brain rot because when you make it an actual dating app, you make it 90. Oh yeah, that's true. Instagram is very heavily skewed female, I would say. So yeah, I do think it would be much more masculine. It would be more males. You are on my YouTube Shorts. That's how I found out about the streams. Really? I was on your YouTube Shorts, Adric? That's how you found me? My YouTube Shorts don't even have such a big reach. I appreciate it. Thank you for clicking. My For You page is games like Free Fire, Bloodstrike, PUBG, Warzone. You get a lot of gaming content. Why am I getting called out right now? You gotta stray from me. You gotta stray from me. No, Scalpy has brain rot content. I don't know. I get queer stuff. I get cooking, I get crafting, I get girly pop content, I get journaling. So not really, my For You page is not like that. I found about Restless from the video about Garnt. Oh, I see. Oh, thank you for finding me through Garnt. That's crazy to think about. It's so weird, like, whenever people show up from YouTube, I'm like, how?
It happens.
It does. It's so interesting. Thank you. I appreciate it, though. You guys clicking on me. That's the internet for you, I guess. I mean, that's how I made a lot of friends overseas also, to be fair, is using TikTok. I met majority of my Chinese friends through TikTok. So... and I met some of them actually, and I plan to meet up with more actually. That's funny. So yeah, let's see. I was top of your Twitch. Wait, I was. That's strange. Mine is just food, Pokemon, tattoos, and cosplays. Ah, interesting. You know, when I think about TikTok and like what kind of content you might find on TikTok, and it's so varied, right? Just like YouTube is varied. Or maybe it's just the content I'm seeing on my For You page, but I feel like TikTok is more softcore corn than it has anything else. It reminds me of like one of those clothing brands that made their images always look so softcore corn like. Do you know which brand I'm talking about? I think it was American something. What was it called? Clothing, American. Is it American Apparel?
It sounds like.
One of them did it, and like their marketing was like, it was really, really sensual. It was very strange. I never bought from it before, but I remember someone mentioned it, and I did look it up one time. I just don't remember the name anymore. Interesting.
Poppy said American Eagle.
I don't think it's American Eagle. Another one with the American in the name, though. My For You page is either VTubers, Warhammer. Oh, I didn't know you were into Warhammer, Adric. Or people shooting and blowing things up. I see you're on that side of TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Crazy Science TikTok. I mean, not Crazy Science YouTube. Do you get the Crazy Science tubers, Ivan?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Like, how would I like classify finding it?
I think it's like discovering what kind of videos YouTube likes to recommend to you. So like if you look at like your recommended page on YouTube, like what are they commonly like recommending to you? Like do you see a trend in the stuff that you see?
So if I go to under shorts, it's funny enough the same ASMR artist that I send you like
Oh
hours
shit.
ago. That one, some political bullshit.
Me too, I get political bullshit.
Something about. Oh, okay, it's an ad. Okay.
Okay, an ad.
Streamer reacting to a Power Ranger washing their clothing or some.
Oh, you get
sort.
react content. Interesting.
Yeah. Then I get Deadpool with Wolverine doing the dance from dancing.
Oh my god. Wait, this would be such a great stream for the future. If anyone is listening right now in chat, I want to review your For You pages. Send me a screenshot of your YouTube recommendations and what videos are recommended to you. I'm so curious. I want to know so badly because we are not the same. So I want to know what is YouTube recommending you versus what YouTube is recommending me. I want to know. I want to review your recommended videos.
The next one is a Persona 3.
Stretch. Oh, thank you for the stretch.
Another ad, some political bullshit. I don't know some of their stuff.
Oh, you don't really follow people on Twitch, so people with low followers does pop up and you pique my interest because of anime. Oh, that's interesting, Frozen. I mean, the magic of Twitch is both how bad it's organized, and because of that, you do find all kinds of people. It's not totally optimized, but it's a very interesting way of like discovery. It's very different from YouTube and TikTok and Instagram in that respect. My For You page is on my way to the liquor store. Why does that fit you so well?
Day.
That is so you, Ivan. Oh my god, you would get along so well with Scalpy. Oh my god, you get along so well with Scalpy.
Why? Scalpy is a drinker too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah. You would absolutely. Oh my god. Next time when Scalpy's in the city, gotta do another meetup. Oh, that's a fun idea. Yes. My YouTube, IG, and TikTok recommendations are vastly different. Oh, that's interesting. Let me think. Ivan, is your YouTube, IG, TikTok recommendations vastly different?
I'm pretty sure they are different. See, the TikTok one is gonna be closer to the YouTube one, and the IG one is probably just gonna be a bunch of memes. The only reason why my IG is gonna be a bunch of memes is because of the amount of shit that I post on the group chat. So I know it's gonna filter something with that.
I'm trying to think. I would say it's like a spectrum. And the far end of the spectrum is YouTube, and the other far end of the spectrum is Instagram, and then TikTok is in the middle. For me, at least. IG is mostly art, crafts, very girly, aesthetic. It's almost like Pinteresty in nature, my IG. And then TikTok is somewhere in the middle between YouTube and Instagram, where I get more like the cooking content, the more educational and like stuff like that. And then my YouTube is very educational, very like an old man, like news and some crafts, some science, some things like that. And then VTubing. I don't get any VTubing content on my TikTok. On my main TikTok. I get 0. You don't get VTubing content on your For You page on TikTok either, right, Ivan?
No.
No?
I don't have like a large like following for anything, so like I don't think I get anything.
Fascinating. Okay. No, I mean, usually it's based on what you're following. So if you are following like some VTubers, usually they recommend you VTubers. And I feel like I followed so many, I don't see that content though. But I'm following 10,000 people on TikTok. So that might be the issue I'm having.
Probably.
YouTube, I get video essays, pop culture. Insta, I get gay memes. And TikTok is straight up brain rot. I'm dead. Did we manage to cover everything, Ivan? I feel like we went all over the place.
I mean, it was bound to happen, but I'm pretty sure I've been highlighting all the stuff that I'm been mentioned about, which is good because I'm like, okay, so these are the topics we covered, and so far we practically almost did like half of everything.
Wow, we'll have to have a save up for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's 3 things that I didn't about the tropes that I don't like, and then there's only 2 left that I do like. But that's basically it. Yeah, 'cause I put like the little side notes about like the Gakura graduation, and then explain, and then talk about the high-tie socks with the black hair girl.
You did. Okay, we covered quite a lot of ground, actually, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to call it a night. How do you feel, Ivan? I'm quite tired. Same. I'm losing like brain capacity right now.
I'm just sorry because I worked early in the morning, and I'm like, oh man, I was falling asleep along the train ride, and I'm like, nope, can't do that anymore.
Do you ever just roll your window down and meow at strangers? No, but my mom likes to bark at them. Nice. She really go like she'll literally do that when they do something wrong, when they drive. And I like to pretend I don't know her when she does that. But that's me. Okay, I think I might try and raid someone today. Cat calling on another level? No, dude, it's barking on another level, but not the nice kind of bark. The get away from me bark. If you guys want to join my Discord, I have my weekly schedule there. I'll be streaming again this Friday and Saturday. This Sunday I cannot stream because I have to go to my best friend's dog's birthday party. So I will be celebrating her puppy's birthday. It's, you know what's funny? It's literally 420. His birthday is 420. So
oh shit.
So we're gonna get litty for her. No, I'm joking. I don't do drugs. But we are going to get hype for her puppy's birthday. So I'm very excited. I gotta prepare for that. I don't know what to give this little spoiled dog, but I will figure out something. One of us. Yes, join us. One of us. We are so fun. I'll be doing a reacts on Friday, and then I will be playing Final Fantasy. I have a surprise outfit for you guys. If you guys know what it is, don't tell anybody, but I have a surprise new outfit for the Final Fantasy stream. If you guys can guess what it is. If I hadn't already spoiled it at some point. But yeah, I'm going to look for someone to raid today. Let me see. Who should I raid today? I should go for someone I have never raided before. I think I'm going to try and raid Echo. Echo is a VTuber who I've been on her streams a couple times, and I know she is trying to reach partner, so I am going to see if we can help her out with that. If you guys could stay with me for a little bit so we can... It is Final Fantasy Res. If you can help me and get some more channel points, I gotta redo new channel point redeems soon. But yeah, let's join me in raiding Echo today, guys. I'll see you. Just say, I don't know. It's a restless raid. Let me just pick an emote. It's a restless raid. What emote would I pick? Okay, I'll do a cozy. Here you go, guys. That'll be it. Oh, let me copy it. I gotta copy my own raid message. It's a restless raid. I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.
Chat.
Bye,
Later.
chat. Bye.